Water, hide your daughter.
No. Why'd you say that?
I don't know. I don't know why I said that.
You made water sound nefarious.
I made it sound horrible.
Bad for the client.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
No.
Guardian Water's here, folks.
No,
They're bringing you delicious, smooth water for the entire house. You can get an RO system like I have in my home.
Yep.
Like you have in your home.
Yeah,
like
we have
Butler, you have a RO, right?
Yeah.
I do have the RO system.
Sam, you got that RO?
I got that RO.
How do you like it?
I love it.
It's delicious.
My house water is undrinkable.
Oh, yeah.
The first couple days we were trying to power through, but I'm like, I feel like I'm drinking chlorine.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this.
Don't drink that.
Yeah.
Don't drink that.
And it's just super efficient. Goes right underneath your sink. Has a little spout that goes next to your regular faucet.
I think it actually makes you look a little fancy.
Yeah.
You know, like as a kid growing up, whenever I saw people that actually had this, and it would have been more of a rarity then, I always thought, like, you know what? These people actually care about me.
Yeah.
I scream when people are over the house and they try to fill their glass of water with a regular
Yes.
tap. I'm like, no!
I did that too.
Use the RO next to you. Like,
It'll kill you if you don't drink it.
It'll
fine,
kill you.
but
Don't start that room.
it's so much.
Did you hear Tom and Taylor were talking about Guardian Water? The regular water, if you don't have that, they'll kill you.
That's right. Who knows what's in that water?
And
well, that's a fact.
Well, they'll come tell you.
Now, that is true.
Mine definitely tastes like chemicals. I don't know what's in it, but the side of Orlando I moved in, they got some weird water.
Well, I'm just glad that we got it taken care of. But you can do the same thing, and not only with the RO system for cooking and for drinking, but you can get that full conditioning system for your whole house using nothing but the best. Westinghouse is the brand they use. They've been in business for umpteen years, as my father would say. And nothing but the best.
Save you from repiping your house from calcium deposits, because that will eventually happen. Calcium will build up, and then all of a sudden they're like, $5,000 to repipe through the roof, and you're like, I mean, I could have bought a Guardian Water system, and then save myself this and save myself the money for a washer, dryer, dishwasher, all the calcium buildup in those appliances you don't get with the full conditioning system.
You do not.
And you save yourself on soap cost, and then, of course, we all have the RO system. And
I've trained my daughter to go to the
RO
kitchen,
water.
scoop some ice, and pour me a water and bring it over while I'm playing Animal Crossing. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so delicious.
Just contact them, GuardianWaterServices.com. They'll come out and test the water, give you all the details about the full conditioning system, the RO system. They'll let you know. It's Guardian Water Services.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 578.
Hey! Show number 578 of A Mediocre Time with Tom and with Dan and with Sam and with Travis and with Seth. Welcome, everyone!
Hear ye.
Welcome to the end of the world!
Feels like it.
That's different out there. But hey, welcome to the show, everybody. You got anything to plug?
Got new merch on the website.
What?
New women's Razorback tank top shirts.
Is it Razorback or Racer?
It's Racer.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you did it. Mark that. 2 minutes into the show, he already messed something up.
Yep.
Sam's putting that on the camera. Hold on, let me put
Those
it
are
on
also
Sam Cam.
muscly guy tank tops.
We got you. We got you one.
We got you one.
Is it the cool one that everyone said I need? Is like pink? It's like 80s style.
Yeah, there
This
it is.
one?
Yeah!
Oh, I'm stoked.
There you go. That's a nice pink,
Awesome.
right?
Oh, that's
It
the
is.
best.
Yeah, but welcome to the
The
show,
logo is just like the
everybody.
jungle one. That's cool. This triangle. That's all.
Yeah,
We
you
stole
know,
that.
I know you.
We saw what you did, and we thought we could do it better.
Yeah, we're like, we're the workout podcast.
We'll sell more shirts.
We're not NARPs.
So there's a bunch of new merch on there, and we will have more masks. I thought I ordered 700 would be enough for a couple weeks, and apparently it was not. Sold out.
Well, are
already.
they using them as masks? Or
I don't know.
Are they wiping their ass?
They're
with
stitching them together as a quilt.
Yeah, what are you guys doing with the mask? Because I have one mask that I started with about 5 months ago.
Yeah,
and it's the only one I wear. I never wash it. Because that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. That's what I do too. But they will be back up. We just ordered another 1,000 today, so and then we got some more Gators coming. Those are sold out as well.
Go Gators!
You'll see. It's on TomandDan.com. And then some other new shirt, I'm Tom, I'm Dan, by
I love
Eric
that.
Pabone.
The Pabone
Kind of wish I would
original.
have got one of those now.
It's like a profile of us. Well, I can understand that you don't want your bosses on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I wear a lot of shirts with you guys on it. It's most of my shirts.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's weird, too, because every shirt that we make that has our faces on it, we try to get the positioning of our faces right on your...
You
almost took us to church there.
Last time I wore a Tom and Dan hat, they're like, the In Tom I Trust hat.
Yeah.
They're like, who's Tom? I'm like, Tom Lawler. He's my good friend.
Come on, man. You're supposed to spread the word.
God!
That's fine. Don't expect it.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. They'd be like, it's this show? I forgot what it's called.
Even when people ask me...
It's on the radio.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Drunky runs it.
Well, ask me what I do. Ask me.
What do you do?
Insurance. I never say that I'm a fucking podcaster. Are you crazy?
So we'll start with this. Earlier this week, and I know we do a lot of content, so it's hard to keep
Too
up
much.
with everything. Which is probably a detriment to us at this point. But a lot of people listen to different. A lot of like some people are ACT people, and then only Friday Free Show, and then most people don't listen to the BDM show. We do too much, but anyway. So and then there's extra
one
Twitch
guy
content.
that listens to OG. And then there's YouTube Sally. She's the only one that watches the video. I mean, there's all kinds of weird stuff like that.
So, and also we do extra Twitch content because when we record, we usually turn on Twitch at 10:30 when we start recording during the week, and then leave it on till about 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Here's another thing I started doing. If you've never caught this live, it's a great time for me to plug this. During lunch, I play all of the Swervy Jones cartoons.
Yeah.
So during lunch, you basically get a 1 hour block.
Of tunes.
Yeah, of tunes. So it's like
it's like
our
a best
version
of
lunchtime with Beavis and Butthead, which we'll talk about later.
Okay.
You mean Beavis the Butthead?
Yeah, stop.
So, anyway,
Beavis the Butthead.
during recording this week, we had a 10-minute basically window of time.
Well, we had a lull because we had an interview at, I want to say 1.
Yeah.
Or no, we had an interview at 1:15, and we're back from lunch at 1, so he gave us 12 minutes to kind of kick things around.
We were going to try to do a small segment, then we decided well, it's not enough time, so we were just sitting there, and we were on Twitch, and we were talking to Twitch, and then we were like, let's fucking prank call Butler because
I have been
he had
itching.
left, and we had no idea why.
I mean, guys, I'm just going to tell you right now, it is bubbling, and I don't mean doo-doo. Inside of me, the yearning, and even with the listeners, there are more people emailing me than ever before about it's time to bring Straight Talk back. It's time to do some prank calls. And I'm like, well, we do go through phases with those, and we don't like to fuck them out.
Yeah.
So we do them, and then when they start to get bored to us, or we get people it's too uncomfortable, or that last one wasn't funny, then we just go, okay, it's time to pull back. You got to know. But now it's time. It's been, I think we've been maybe a solid 2.5, 3 years since we've done one, and I've had the itch, so I suggested to you guys, we should make a prank call. And you being a genius, you're like, let's prank call the Chopper.
I wouldn't say genius. It was the first logical conclusion. By the way, in which I'm coming back.
I think I suggested.
I always want to prank call my
I was like, where the hell did he go?
I always want to.
That's what we got.
I'm lame. I always want to just go straight to my sweet, sweet dear mom and just prank call her.
You gotta leave her alone.
So
she needs to rest.
Never leave. No, if I leave her alone, she'll die. I gotta keep fucking with her, and
Is the
she'll
blood
stay
pressure
alive.
okay? Like the blood pressure's like normal.
My mom's probably healthier than anybody in here. Like she's fine.
Mine's
you know,
not.
like
Mine's not.
your blood pressure's bad.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh my god!
How's your blood pressure bad?
I found out at the.
Stop.
I got tested.
Okay.
Well, you got tested. Why you got open sores on your leg?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
What is
another
that?
story. I had a dream. I was at the beach and I was itching my leg with an oyster, and I was cutting myself. I was itching it with an oyster, and I woke up and I had this.
You're a psychopath.
You're a fucking psychopath.
Mark the date down.
What happens when you're doing something nefarious to your girlfriend in your sleep and you end up killing her?
Kill her with some oyster
I've already
shells.
done
My
some
God.
weird stuff.
7/3/2020.
Yeah.
It started.
Yeah. And who would guess that he's using the Demolition Man seashells totally wrong? You're not supposed to be scraping your shins
I
with
was
them.
scraping my shins.
Therefore, your butthole.
I just couldn't. It wouldn't stop the itch, and I was just kept
Oh, you got
grabbing
scabies.
the oysters and just kept going on the dream. I was like, and then I woke up and I was like,
By August, we'll be pouring ice on it, and by December, dead.
Dude, that's one of the crazy. And we have a lot of
Did you get your rash
similarities.
checked out?
What rash?
We scraped it off with the
Oh,
oyster
my
shells.
little. Yeah, it's
You already
coming up.
forgot you
It's
had a
coming up.
rash?
Yeah, I moved on to the
I'm
next.
not
thing.
sure he
Last
got
week was
scabies.
bad.
Sam, you know I do that. It's like I come in, I'm like, my back. And then next week you'll be, how's your back? I'm like, my
What are you
back.
talking about? It's
I got,
fine.
it's my
Yeah.
head now. I got head cancer.
I had an 11-hour wait for a COVID test last week. I was freaking out.
Why'd you take a COVID test?
You know me. I don't want to be on anybody yet. I was a hard time coming in here even. So
Yeah,
my,
You don't have to come in here
one
if
of
you
my
don't
best.
want to.
You beg me to come in every week.
No, I don't.
Please,
Oh,
please, this week.
Don't you put that out there? No, I don't.
Sir, do you need a monkey to read the news, sir? Please. Can I be your COVID brovid?
Anyway, one of my
COVID, bro.
my best friend kept asking me every weekend to come over for a barbecue. I'm like, no, not yet. I really just don't feel
We're
comfortable
not
about
supposed to be doing that,
it.
guys.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Why are people planning parties? We have
don't
been
know.
told not to do
And they
that.
said
As a
that.
barbecue, I mean,
it was out-
they tell you to not do
So-
a bunch of people, but
Exactly.
you
So
go
it was
over a
two. It was
friend's
two
house.
people,
Yeah.
and I trusted them. I said, okay, we're going to be outside, not around each other. We ended up kissing, and then
Well, there's your problem.
Wait, you went over to Tom
I know.
Lawler's
Saw it when
barbecue
I
and you
put it
made
up.
out with him?
yeah.
Come stand on it.
So anyway, we hung out for like 4 or 5 hours that day. 5 days later, last week, he calls me. He's like, "Hey, are you sitting down?" I'm like, and joking around. At first, I got immediate wave of heat. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
get that. Yeah.
Immediate. Like it wasn't even like I don't know how it got to
I
my
get
brain
that.
so
it's
fast.
the pass out wave.
Yeah.
These guys have seen it, and then I'll go to the bathroom, and then I start dry heaving like I'm going to puke. I'm like,
And I just started shaking and sweating, and I felt my. And I'm like, "Your girlfriend's pregnant." Just joking around, trying to get like something else out there. He's like, "No, but she tested positive."
Oh, God.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, and I just started screaming at him.
fucking good.
Like I told you, I didn't want you over. I told you it was a bad idea. Bro, dude.
It's like a wolf howling at the window, bro. Wolf. Dude, do I hear a dude howl? Oh, there's a horny bro out there.
So that was like 10:30.
Oh, the call of the bros.
It was like 10:30 in the morning. I immediately hung up before he even
Everybody
got
quiet. I
any
hear a
warm-up.
lone douche.
I hung up and I immediately went to one of the. I'm not going to say which one because I ended up screaming at them about 6 hours.
Jesus, man.
You can't do that.
Well, they
Got the appendix.
Look.
Everybody's trying to get tested.
Oh, I don't care.
What
When
do you expect?
people get in front of me that were waiting before me, that's not happening. That's
Wait,
bullshit.
they get in front of you while they were waiting before you. They should be in front of you.
Okay,
Isn't that a car line?
No, they were waiting after me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So 2.5 hours just to sign in for the wait. As soon as I get in there after 2.5 hours, I'm like, okay.
Wait, you didn't do the drive-through one with
No,
your douche
'cause-
car?
'cause
You
I
should have drive the tampons right there.
Because that's not an immediate test. I wanted a rapid test. I needed to know now. I'm
Okay.
gonna 2 days. I'll
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a heart attack. For
Right,
sure.
yeah.
100%. So I finally had a
That's not
rapid
good.
test, and they said, okay, well, go and just have a fast lunch. Come right back. I'm like, can you give me a time approximately? Like, we can't. Probably 2 to 3 hours. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home fast and get eat and come back.
Yeah.
So instead of that, I went home. I worked my ass off for like an hour. Jumped rope, air dyeing because I wanted to get my be
Anxiety
healthy because in case I had it.
Wait,
I
you thought you could sweat the COVID
I
out
thought I
of
could
here.
sweat the
Wow.
COVID. I thought thought I could exercise. Sorry,
making your body weak.
It was like 1 hour
exercising. We're trying to fight COVID.
It was like 1 hour, the most intense exercise I ever done. Showered real fast, went right back, made it in like 2.5 hours. I was like, okay, I'll wait another like 45 minutes.
Let's take his temperature. It's 107.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you've been working out, sir.
Waited 4 hours, so it's been 4 hours since they told me to come back 2 hours ago. Went in, they're like, there's about 15 people ahead of you, maybe another hour and 15.
Jesus.
Sat in my car, just in case, by my phone.
What do you listen to in your car while you're just alone?
Oh, I'm in silence.
Thinking
to my own.
Yeah, I do
my God.
I do silence too. No, I just wanted to find out for myself, because when I get like this, and I
need silence.
I go silence. I can't do music or anything like that. It fucking pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I go straight silence, and I just sit there and think about what it would be like to be dead.
Yeah, that's what I contemplate. I have to contemplate different scenarios.
And then I think about people like saying eulogies and shit at my. I'm already at my own funeral in my mind.
Yeah, I do that too. But I forgot to tell you, part of the story was as I was waiting in line. This wasn't out of like. I did care if she had or not, my girlfriend, but I was more like, I don't want to be miserable alone, so I called her at work. I'm like, get here now, you have to wait with me, because you might have it too. I go out of work.
That poor woman.
So I'm taking everybody with me.
Every show.
She's like, I'm at work.
Then when I test positive, I'm going to go do the news and kill those people too.
So I'm like, get here now. She's like, I might be able to leave in 30. I'm like, no, you leave now. You tell him you might have it. You leave
abusive.
now.
She's at her job.
Well, it's only abusive if he's holding her out against her will, which he's not.
Yeah.
Well, he's forcing her to leave her job so she can wait with him like he's a fucking baby.
Well, I wish I hadn't. I've done that too.
It's close to one of Seth's neighbors helping her out of the screen door. It's like,
yeah, and then the guy's like, I eat ribs with it.
I eat pot with this dude. It's a white dude.
So she asked her boss if she could leave.
Hey, I eat bud with this dude.
Make a song.
She asked her boss if she could leave. Her boss told her, oh, wait until your lunch break in like an hour. And I wrote
what did she tell her?
How irresponsible is that? Like, you could have it and you could be around people. That's irresponsible.
That's what we tell Butler. We're like, Butler's like, I got it. And I'm like, it's fine.
My MMA boyfriend thinks he's got COVID. He wants to go wait in his tampon car with him because he's freaking out.
So I did something kind of messed up.
She dates gay War Machine.
That's fucked up.
It's a little too far. That was a little too far. Because that guy's a piece of shit.
I did.
Tom already awarded me joke of the day, but I'm actually rescending my joke and pulling it back.
He got some good tail though in England.
Stop that! The guy's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. But I'm just saying, before he was a piece. Well, he was always probably a piece of shit.
Always.
Before he got whatever.
Can't defend it.
Okay. So anyway, she showed up. I waited 2 hours, and I'm like, okay, act like you've been in my car the whole time. Pull up and just walk up like you've been sitting in my car the whole time. Because there's people lined behind me, like full of people.
Well, wait, so you're doing what people
you were pissed about.
You are maddening to me, man. Like seriously, maddening to me.
I don't care about anyone else. I care.
We know that. You don't have to tell us. Not even your own girlfriend.
Did you see Tom picked it? He's like,
if you admit it, then it's like, oh, I like it. Okay,
I'm not hiding the fact.
Now we're okay. Now we're on the same page.
So after 2.5 hours, she walked. Literally, she gets there just in time. The person walks in ahead of me. She parks, gets out. I'm like, oh, okay, you waited a car. Like we made it act like she was in my car the whole time. And then like we both got in at the same time. Signed her name in. Went back like 4 hours later. They said another hour and a half. I waited 2.5 hours. Went back in again, and she's like, "Oh no, you have 13 people." I'm like, "You said 15 people an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes ago." I'm like, "You're telling me you did 2 people in an hour and a half?" I'm like, "No, that's not possible." Like, well, here's the charts here. There were people in the back that were another 7 people in the back that she didn't count, and these additional like 10 people. I'm like, what? I'm like, so this girl that's sitting right there on the phone, I'm like, and I'm pointing at her, I'm like, so she told me something wrong because there's people in the back, and she didn't understand that.
Well, also, sir, we have people that are allowing their spouses to jump in their car in the middle of the line. So we had to add 10 more people.
We had a report of a very young girl getting inside what appears to be a Wienermobile.
Isn't that
the most
dangerous place to get into? This at the COVID testing center. Like that's where you're probably getting.
Oh, that's where
people.
I've been nervous. I've been nervous since I
Yeah.
left there too. I've had my K95 mask on the whole time.
Like you're negative. You walk out.
K95 FM.
It's a KN95. That's what it is.
So what happened?
So they told me to wear.
Oh, conclusion.
And then you do
Positive.
gender reveal. We pull the thing.
Oh.
Positive.
It blows out a purple COVID ball. And we're like, it's a COVID.
I went back out, waited, went back in again, threw another hissy fit, and then finally 11 o'clock at night again, and 11 hours of waiting, and I don't have my results yet. I don't know.
Why the fuck are you here?
No, he's lying.
I'm joking.
You were trying to see
I looked at Tom too, like you piece of shit.
Yeah,
Why are you
there's
inviting him over
a lot of
here?
anger. There's a lot of real anger in that last minute of
If
of the
Seth was
segment.
still waiting for his results, he'd be at home
Yeah, he wouldn't be
terrified
here.
out of his
You know
mind.
that.
I
He
not
wouldn't
only got one rapid test result, I also had him stick it back up a second time and send it away for a more accurate test. Because rapid tests are 85% accurate.
Yeah, and the other one's more
The
accurate.
other one's more
Yeah,
accurate.
all
So I'm
right.
like, no, I'm like, can you do it? Like, we really don't have to. I'm like, you don't have symptoms. You're fine. I'm like, stick the other fucking thing on my nose. I waited 11 hours. Just jam it. And sent it away.
85% is pretty high. I know it's not perfect, but
Well, for hypochondriacs, no,
I know,
dude,
yeah.
You're
But
crazy.
If you gave me an 85% probability in a bet, I'd bet as much money as I could possibly bet because it's that good. But anyway, so you
Prank
don't
calls.
you don't
So I
got
don't, I don't go.
COVID.
As but then I went, as of a week ago, I don't.
It does seem like a couple weeks ago, I was in the mentality. It was like, well, it's still pretty rare, because, based
Not
on the
now.
numbers, 21 a million, what from Florida, and then all of a sudden, like it starts getting closer. Like, oh, this person, friend of this
Oh, I
person.
know a
this
lot of
person.
people that have
Yeah,
it. I
yeah, and then
know
it's like whoa, it's closer now than it was a couple weeks ago, which is of course the case, but it's getting closer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, it's here. It's,
Might be one.
no, but I mean,
I gotta feel
you
like
feel
it's-
like
I feel like it's one seat cushion away from me
like
today.
It might be.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah, I think of it like I look out the window and I look up into the sky, and there's what appears to be a alien spaceship the size of, like one of those huge alien spaceships with that long kind of a termite mound that comes down from it, and it's hovering in the
the
sky.
light ray?
And it's heat. No, it's like it's almost like cone shaped. It's like this huge like spaceship.
Yeah.
Like it almost looks like a city, floating city,
Yeah.
and it's up in the sky, and it's there, and we all know we're going to be invaded by these aliens, and we're just waiting for them to come out of the pod and just start eradicating us. So that's how I kind of look at it. I'm like, it's there, it's coming to get you, and here it comes.
The longer we prolong it happening, the better they're going to be at treating it. So that's why I'm just like, just
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
just a little bit longer. Another
And
month.
Wash
another
your
month.
hands,
they'll be
wear
better.
your
Another
mask,
month.
be considerate. If the business tells you to do it, do it.
just comply.
Yeah.
Be considerate.
And
Be cool,
but
bro.
don't be
Be
irrationally
cool, bro.
afraid of it. Seth, you'll be fine if you get COVID. All of us here will be fine.
Oh, because my blood pressure. That's the blood pressure. When it was in there, it was like 150
Yeah,
over
'cause you're
80.
freaking
They're
out.
like, did you work out or have some caffeine? I'm like, no, I'm just fucking really pissed
Yeah,
right
but you
now.
did work out.
But you did work out.
I
For
did,
like
but-
an hour.
But it was like 5-6 hours before that, 7 hours before that, so it shouldn't.
What was it? What was
so
it?
I immediately went and bought 150 over 80 high.
That's not that.
That's fucking high.
The top number's high.
So I went and got a blood pressure monitor every day since, 3 times a day.
God. And you're fine, right?
120 over 70,
Yeah,
190
that's
over
fine.
70.
Ooh, 120 over 7. That's borderline.
Yeah, but I've always had
The
it's
Higgy
always been
machine
like that
will
for
turn
me.
red if you do that.
Higgy always.
Higgy don't like
yeah,
that,
when
though.
I sit down at Higgy, I've never had anything but red at Higgy.
Yeah.
You know, I
if you
type
talk
in my
to some
email address
mediums
and it's
about
like-
blood pressure, you'll feel better about yourself.
Yeah, you need to do that.
They're like, my blood pressure's 200 over 100, and I'm like, oh.
Some people are like, some people
whoa.
are like, it's I'm lightheaded and it's too high to test. And I'm like, all right.
It just comes
Have a
with
white
air.
claw, you'll find.
I feel lightheaded and very poofy.
So, anyway.
Back to the prank
Back
call.
to the prank call.
Sorry, I diverted.
That's all right.
No, it's fine.
That's all
This
right.
is my favorite type of show where we just go.
So I'm coming back from the bank after I'm having a serious business banking discussion with my banking advisor at Wachovia.
Who's your banking advisor now?
I just think it's funny. Like, I want to be your business advisor. Like they call it from a national chain. Like and then you're like, really? Like, and I tell other business owners, like, yeah, my business advisor over at Wachovia told me this. I'm like, what?
Business advisor.
That's just an employee there
Yeah.
that
They're just
he reads the
telling you
script.
that.
Yeah.
A banker?
What did he do to advise you to get a business account?
Banks waste a lot of shit.
All right,
because
Warren Buffett.
There's also the guy at the bank that just sits behind the desk, and when you walk in, he's like, excuse me, sir, can I help you? And then you tell them what you want to do, and then he just points to the line.
Right.
And I'm like, you don't need to be here.
No, no.
Why are you there? And it's usually a guy that looks way young and is also in a large suit.
Oversized.
Oversized dad suit.
That's what he's going to fill into later on.
Yeah, like he stays there for the rest of his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And by the way, personal business advisor from these chain banks, like, couldn't I find out everything you're telling me on the internet on your website? Because that's all you're like, oh, you get this business card for 15%, whatever it is. Like, all right, well, it's all on the internet. What are you, anyway? Right. So I pull up and Butler is leaving, and I'm like, bye-bye. Then I pull in, I come in here, we start recording, and then I think Samantha says, let's prank call Butler. We got 15 minutes to go.
Because he left and he said, I'm going to go run an errand. That's all he said.
Yeah.
He's like,
No
hey, we've got some
details.
downtime now. You're not recording. Is it cool if I go run an errand? And I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Get the fuck out of
wait,
here.
you're the fish tank guy, right? Yeah. Look, it's your life, man. I'm not your boss. That's what I said. And Tom did the quintessential bye-bye.
So we called Butler, prank called him, I knew that he'd fall for it a little bit more because...
Well, you guys had your real call yesterday, right?
No, is that morning?
No, the real one.
Right, we did yesterday.
Didn't you call this guy
Yes.
that I was pretending to be? Yesterday?
Yeah.
You didn't tell him I did this, right?
No,
because I was like kind of.
He'll probably
like,
hear it today.
Okay, I hope he's okay with it.
He's fine with it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
we misrepresent people.
No, well, obviously it's a prank. And
Right.
pretending. But we got an email from a potential advertiser earlier that day, and then I talked to Butler about it in the morning. I was like, oh, we should set up a call with this guy. And then I told Daniel, I was like, hey, pretend to be this guy because he'll buy it because we just talked about it. It'll be fresh in his head.
You gave me the details.
Yeah.
Gotta have the good details.
So anyway, I presented you the Butler prank call, and then we'll dissect it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hyperanalyze this.
We started listening to it after we started laughing about.
We have another one too. There's a bonus one with our good friend Tony.
Oh yeah, then we
we'll work up to that. We'll work up to that. Here we go. I might have to fast forward or rewind, but we'll see here. Hold on. I gotta get his number.
Oh, someone from a okay. I got it.
Okay, hold on.
Are we recording this?
Yeah, I got it.
There's a coffee company and
coffee company.
I want coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, the coffee company is called Rise and Grind.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, his name's Jeremiah.
Coffee.
Jeremiah's coffee.
I didn't get an email back. I didn't know.
What's your
okay, here we go. Oh, damn it. You motherfuckers.
Now, listen, he's talking under his breath. Like,
what if he's like, I know I'm on to you? Yeah, like,
maybe I had a COVID test waiting room with that.
Yeah, you don't.
I gotta go, guys. I'll be right back.
Running an errand.
I can't tell them. They'll fucking kill me.
He's on Twitch.
It's COVID.
That's COVID. Here we go. I dial like.
Just why you dial so slow,
man? Well, because I have to dial sideways. Okay, here we go.
See what happens.
I get nervous.
Travis Butler.
Hey, Travis. This is Jeremiah. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Real good. I just kind of wondering. I'd fired off an email from Jeremiah from Rise and Grind Coffee.
Yeah.
Well, I'd fired off an email to you a little while back, and I was kind of expecting to hear back from you, and, never got anything back. I fired off an email to Tom, and he replied right back to me and said I should be talking to you, and it's kind of feels like I'm getting the runaround here, and I'm just trying to spend some money with you guys.
Well, we were actually just talking about I don't know if you know, we're very busy. We were going to be scheduling with a phone call.
Scrambling.
Later to me.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
Immediately, you're on tilt.
This motherfucker's drowning. I mean, he's fucking drowned.
My God, I've never seen
Marble mouth.
you be a horrible interrogation. Oh yeah, that's somebody will burn you bad.
Now, a couple of good questions I'll throw out there. I saw Seth's face and Jade in the Twitch chat room says, really not know that was Dan. Well, here's the thing. If you change your voice too much,
It's too obvious.
It's too obvious.
Also, you do sound different on the phone.
You have to just give it us. I've done this so many times. I get you all the time.
Yeah.
You just throw a little Southern, a little Asian, a little herb, whatever you want to just stereotype.
Little bit.
Take a stereotype and just take a fucking 0.5% and sprinkle that on there, and they won't know. But if you go too far, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
But let's go.
Did you have an idea, but then you just said, "Oh, just in case, I'm gonna go like."
I don't think at first.
No, first I'm sitting here. I'm waiting. All right, so I'm not going to divulge too much information, but I was waiting in line and I had a little mask on, and I was fucking I was being waterboarded at that point because I started sweating and I was trying to talk and it was sucking into my mouth. And I was freaking the fuck out for a second.
I can hear it. And by the way, I don't know if you know this,
but we've been very busy.
You're not even at work. You're at an undisclosed line.
Here, it kind of feels like I'm getting the runaround here, and I'm just trying to spend some money with you guys.
Well, I mean, we were actually just talking about I don't know if you know, we're very busy. We were going to be scheduling a phone call with you later. I was going to give you a call a little later today after we finish lunch.
Sounds like you're freaking the fuck out. Is what it sounds like.
No,
I don't appreciate this. I don't appreciate emailing Tom and then not getting anything back from you, motherfucker. I'm about to rise my foot and grind it right into your asshole.
You went too far.
I went too far. But I was getting you hot, wasn't I?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was getting fucking pissed. I was going to be like, "Yo, fuck you."
Potential sponsor.
I said it's Rise and Grind Coffee. I said I'm gonna rise my foot and grind it.
That's a good line.
It's so great.
I felt uncomfortable the whole time. I was like, I wanted to hide under the desk.
Yeah. Now we.
I'm gonna call you later, babe.
I just want to hear it one more time because it's so good. Because
it does not take you much to get on Tilt.
Because I don't think you say anything.
We were going to be scheduling a phone call with you.
Oh, hold on.
No,
I don't know. Kind of feels like I'm getting the runaround here, and I'm just trying to spend some money with you guys.
Well, I mean, we were actually just talking about I don't know if you know, we're very busy. We were
just talking about you. I don't really honestly know. We were really
I was
busy.
going to give you a call a little later today after we finish lunch.
Sounds like you're freaking the fuck out.
It's a typical thing that everybody says. Oh, we were going to call you later today.
People are saying they're cringing. Yeah. Now that one was great, and then we cleared it up. We talked to Butler. Butler's pissed. I have to apologize for all the damage I've done to the morale of her staff.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, then Tony
had a few extra minutes, so we're like, let's give old Tony Palmiotti a call.
Yeah. And Tony was listening on Twitch, so
which is absurd that this worked.
Well,
I mean, that's just we don't hire the brightest people. Excluded. Okay. Pointing at excluded.
And then Tony,
we get our employees really cheap, except for one.
And then because we had our website, some like security code thing, whatever. The
SSL certificate deal was down. It's up now. By the way, it's fixed.
So I was like, oh yeah, tell Tony that you're you're from DivUps and you're trying to fix this problem. And then he starts I gotta find. Yeah, then
this is how the prank calls work because you're using something that's actually legitimate, like a potential sponsor that he knows. Yeah. And then Tony's the one that emailed us about the website. Yeah. So
that's what
you got to get them in the feels.
Sets the hook because then
it's believable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a real sponsor on Tilt call me one time, and I'm gonna be like, fuck you, motherfucker! You can't get me twice.
That's the test. Is that you have to always treat them like
just
the prank calls. Yeah, always treat them the same. And let's see if I can find Tony. Okay. My wife, you're speak for a time. Okay, here it is. Here it is.
Oh.
Hold on. Here's Tony. Okay, I just want to I want to preface that these are two employees that should be working, and here we go.
Tony.
Hi, Tony. My name's Susan. I'm calling from the DivUps.
Oh, hi.
Now, you can hear it in the background. You can hear me in the background. So, and Tony can too, or maybe he can't because he's a little older. But you can hear.
So mad.
I'm just saying. Okay, here, we'll start over again. And I go with the classic Susan,
right? Which I thought would have gave it away, but
I used DivUps, who Tony knows about, but not. I mean, we've worked with them for 11 years now. You know, like they started our original website here.
Hi, Tony. My name's Susan. I'm calling from the DivUps.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I've actually been trying to look at your site a little bit. I understand that you're having a little bit of trouble with the certificate.
I guess I just noticed this second that I couldn't get on it, and I just emailed the guys at the studio.
I have to ensure that you work with and or can speak for a Thomas Chisholm Van, that's correct, and then also a Danielle Lee Dennis?
Daniel.
Yes, Daniel Dennis. And so I'm trying to... Can you speak for them or any of them there where maybe I can rectify this problem for you? It seems like we may have a severe hack on our hands.
Are you watching Twitch?
Yeah, so then we found out he's watching Twitch, but he still doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's kind of like my dad staring at the internet. Like he's like, I don't know. I'm trapped in a loop here. I don't know what's happening.
He's like, when I heard about the site going down, I was like, oh, God, well, thank God I didn't do anything.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
I got to find it. I got to find where Tony says that.
Fun with you, Tony.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Everything I'm saying is coming through my computer.
Oh, my God. Then you fit right in. You know that we got the right man. We got the right man. You're the right man. Hold on.
But we're really down, right?
No, just the certificate's down. It's getting fixed. It's getting fixed.
Yeah. The thing about
and then Tom's right. Like at some point during this call, and I can't find it right now, but Tony's like, "Oh God, thanks God, I did nothing today."
He was at the beach.
So anyway, we kind of coined the term that Butler is a chopper.
He's a chopper.
And I'm curious if Seth is also a chopper.
I feel like he's a chopper.
Yeah. Or has some chopping
tendencies.
Yeah, chopping tendencies.
I think you're,
We have a couple questions for you, Seth. Do you know? Have you heard us talk about this before?
No.
Do you know what a chopper is?
No.
So, like, when Butler walks down the sidewalk and there's like any sort of plants that are
hang over
or near,
or get rid of them.
A flower,
chop them.
He'll just chop it or kick it. He'll pull
the leaves off
because you're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to walk.
Like a little kid walking down the street and there's a piece of trash or a Coke can on the ground and you have to kick it. You can't not kick it.
I'll kick it and then pick it up. But the trees and any branches in the way, I'll 100% break them and get them out of the way.
Yeah. Well, that's different.
Oh, that's a breaker.
Because a chopper is he's just doing it because he feels compelled.
He can't not do it.
To hit and break things.
Yes.
For instance, like Seth, if you're walking down the sidewalk and there's a perfectly pristine dandelion that's just sitting there and it's fully bloomed
in all of its
one
beauty.
poof and all the little seeds will go crazy. Can you walk by that dandelion or will you feel compelled to kick it or wave at it?
No, I don't know if I would kick it because I'm weird with nature. Like something pretty like that and pristine, I might leave alone. I don't know.
You're aiding nature at that point. You're kicking the seeds out.
Yeah. Maybe he's not a chopper. You know, like maybe because Butler, I know for a fact that I think if Butler walked outside and there was like a baby squirrel that had fallen out of a nest, that Butler might step on it.
That's a psychopath.
I feel like he might.
Well, do we want to talk about what he did this morning?
Yes, I do. But
he does something every day. They all run. I don't know what chapter are we on?
With your wife?
Oh yeah.
He jumped out and scared. He thought it was Samantha.
My wife was coming over to bring us a bar of soap that we can rub in our dick holes, like any good wife would do.
Yes.
It's a long story.
It's from next BDM show.
Yeah, we talk about soap in your dick hole. It's a long story, but my wife's bringing over a bar of Dial soap.
Does it hurt you?
It stings, yeah.
I have never felt that.
We had a handful of people say that it did not.
Yeah, I think there's something genetically
but it could be
different
just maybe you haven't used a certain type of soap that does it.
Over my entire life?
It's possible.
I even clean up at the end of my shower. I always kind of hook up my penis and open the peel a little bit, get some regular water in there.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I do that all.
How big is it?
He flushes out.
What is big hole? It's big hole.
Is it those 80s like a rubber coin purses that you squeeze? Big. What is that?
Yeah.
It's open. I just pull a little bit open.
Dick
some water. It doesn't open a lot. It's just a tiny little opening.
My dick hole's about the size of Howard Stern's mouth.
I've never ever thought about opening my dick hole.
No, you got a dirty dick hole.
No, it's not dirty. Well, there's nothing.
Does your penis smell?
DVH.
No. Well, it does. Not all the time. It doesn't. It's not a resting smell.
Stink penis. You've got resting stink penis. Way worse than resting bitch face.
Seth, on a scale from 1 to 10, what's your enjoyment level from popping a floating bubble? Because I feel a chopper.
That,
you got a
that
chopper.
I like.
You know, he's got a mild.
Hold on, I'm a little worried. That's my daughter's favorite thing.
We have kids.
We have that bubble wand where you put it out and it makes the huge bubbles, and Maisie won't let them form. She'll just come through.
Most
and pop
kids
them
are choppers, but they grow out.
Yes,
of them.
every kid's born a chopper.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
It's one of the number one
Butler
chopper
just
traits.
never grew out of the chopping
Sam.
stage.
So you're saying that Maisie and Butler, or Tommy Max, Maisie Butler, same people.
Yes.
Same line.
Yeah. Do you
I'm
feel?
under that. I feel like
I'll accept that.
That makes sort of too much sense, right? I mean, you're really good with them. They like you. You were the first to come up in conversation.
Buckets of candy here.
Oh, Maisie knows. Maisie goes, "Can I go get some of Mr. Travis's nerds?" She knows.
Seth, do you feel uncontrollably compelled to blow out a birthday candle if you see it lit?
Even if it's not yours.
Even if it's not yours.
Wait a minute. Your son did this at Tommy.
It's a chopper trait.
Yeah, Max did it at Teddy's birthday.
Yeah.
Juan's son, Teddy.
Blew out his first birthday.
Oh my God!
Tom's
Get your
son
kids under control.
Ruined
he was
Juan's son's birthday.
Get your house in order.
Listen, he's born a chopper like most kids, and hopefully he'll grow out of it.
Why do you think we work with Yellow Brick? We don't work there because we care about the children. We work there paying off Tom's debt for ruining Teddy's birthday.
Gotcha.
No, I'm kidding. That's a joke.
I'm beginning to think I'm not a chopper because I don't have the desire to blow someone else's candle like that. Mine's more of an inconveniencing me factor. Like if I'm walking or running down a sidewalk,
Again,
and they don't
only cares
and
about
they don't
himself.
trim something properly, like it's in my way of walkers or people that park in the driveway, but it's still hanging in the walkway. That's illegal. I just won't get out. I'll just run into the car, maybe knead a little bit, and then walk.
Oh my God,
man.
Okay,
that's a little choppery.
Yeah, it is, but that's
beyond it's illegal. They're doing something illegal, and the trees in the way. I'll break them and just like get them out of the way.
That's more of a bro narcissist. I want to break this thing for inconvenience. Yeah, okay, all right, you're no chopper there.
All right.
I'm just an
Butler's the
asshole.
only chopper.
We'll find another
Yeah, so
chopper.
this morning, I noticed that Andrea had got here right before I was parking, and I saw her walking up to the studio. And what had happened was, I guess Butler heard her putting in the code to get into the door, so he assumed that it was me and stood right in front of the door to scream in her face as she opened the door, which, by the way, would have been a mistake if he'd done it to me.
I was seated.
Yeah, but you did stand up and go,
I leaned into it. I was like, "Boo!"
Yeah, and my wife's like,
You scared the shit out of her.
Yeah, she was just bringing over Tom's dick soap.
You probably got like 1,000 millimeters of spit all over her. I would have kicked you in the fucking balls.
Oh my God!
Exactly, a chopper.
Yeah, I mean, there's tendencies.
No, because he's in my face. No, I don't like that.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I'll tell you about another long con that I'm doing with my sons besides the gutter.
You're doing it again?
I started a new one that I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of. Then we'll do some news, and we'll finish up with some dump 'em out at the end.
Indeed. I got to get my songs ready here. Plug something else while I organize myself here, please, sir.
I'll plug Goldsmith Jewelry Shop on Lee Road if you're looking for some custom jewelry, engagement ring, maybe a gift for your wife. They can melt stuff down, do custom pieces that really do make a difference. Like, you could go buy the Today, Tomorrow, Forever diamond off Zales. No offense to them, but it's not really custom, not really a piece that you could, your significant other can have forever. Maybe you melt some family heirloom down or another piece of jewelry you had, make a custom ring or jewelry.
That's what I did. I
got all my jewelry from Goldsmith for my wife.
I melted my dad's ring down and put it in the center of my wedding band. He wasn't even dead yet. I cut his fingers off. And
I did my old gold chain and melted it down to make my wife's Mother's Day ring. So there's a lot of things Goldsmith Jewelry on Lee Road can do for you. Just tell them Tom and Dan sent you.
Indeed. All right. The name of this band is Dial Drive. The name of the song is Friday Nightmare.
With a brick in my hand and
we'll be right back.
Soul from myself lost out on your porch, and everything's telling me to throw it through your window, fill you up with guilt and remorse. I know you thought that it'd kill me, I'll never know why. You're the one who was wrong. Can you get your own life?
Number one in fast fun.
No. Power Sports. Give me that two-wheel action, baby.
Don't say it like that.
Why not?
Seminole Power Sports, give me some of that two-wheel action, baby.
No. Why are you saying that?
I do a rockabilly at the end.
Yeah. It's Steven Tyler.
Hey, baby.
No. Why
That
are you
does
wearing
sound
a bunch
very...
of scarves?
I have my scarves on today.
SeminolePowersports.com.
I can sing it like Steven Tyler.
I remember that time I went down to Seminole Power Sports and got myself a side-by-side. Yeah.
You can check out their inventory online, a bunch of pre-owned inventory. They've got UTVs, motorcycles, personal watercraft, trike inventory, dirt bike, scooter. Yeah.
I'm getting up in age. Maybe I'll get myself a trike.
The generators. They got a huge showroom right there off Reinhardt Road.
Tons of the Yeti gear.
Oh,
if you're into ice that lasts upwards of 9 weeks, apparently, you get you some Yeti coolers.
Yep, different size, a bunch of different Honda generators, and they do an awesome job. Their service department I've used multiple times to service my kids' four-wheelers, my sister's four-wheeler. Yep. They're always great.
All the riding gear
bikes,
you might need, and get a Ruckus like I do. I have a 2017 Honda Ruckus.
Yeah.
I've been hammering the miles on that thing, man. I love it.
Here's the thing. People are looking for things to do that you're kind of secluded and you're away from people and you're just having fun with the family. Hey, get some four-wheelers. Go out to a Ocala National Forest. There's tons of places to ride in
absolutely.
in Florida and camp and
we
stuff.
We live in an outdoor paradise.
Yeah,
you might as well spend some time out there.
Yeah, if you've lived in Florida all your life and you haven't bought that side-by-side of that dirt bike, ATV, motorcycle, you're doing yourself a disservice because that's why we live in Florida. Mm-hmm. We can utilize all these outdoor spaces at all times of year, and that's why Seminole Power Sports exists. And also Seminole Power Sports North in Eustis, they got Suzuki brand.
Yes, sir.
So go there, get something cool, tell them Tom and Dan sent you.
You coiled in me. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Butler is here. And Seth Petrozelli on news. And speaking of Seth, go to the jungle. Get fit.
Go to the jungle, get fit.
Why,
you can have my diet. You can have my
Petro diet.
Get my diet and then go.
Sam
didn't respond back to me.
Nah.
Was that published?
He wanted to charge me $100 for some book to tell me that I was fat.
What I wanted to do, what I wanted to
I can
do
get that for free, buddy.
was to get the money that Tom owes me for the wrestling game.
He's gonna get it some way.
I even said in the email I wrote her, I was like, ask Tom for the money he owes me, and I'll give it to you for free.
And I said, not worth it.
Yeah, what do you like? You want
This is awesome. Poor Seth. This battle over the $100 is now trickling down to your other employees, man.
It's affecting her.
Just follow this insane workout routine,
no, it's
and
not
this over the top.
Diet.
This is
diet.
This is nutrition.
No, I know, but nutrition, and you could look like me. And it's like, well, no one. That's unreal.
I had about like 15 BDMs by it already.
Yeah.
And they're writing me saying how they already lost 10 pounds in like a week and a half.
You know how many people bought the Gazelle when it came out, and how many people have that sitting in their garage?
The Gazelle is still on a
It'll still burn
Cricket.
calories.
Is it Cricket Wireless?
You can do anything and burn calories.
Cricket Wireless is the ones that have those blocks Bob cartoons, right?
Yeah, the fluffs.
And the crazy hair. By the way, they're fucking stupid, Cricket. But that Tony Little guy is on that commercial. And he does the "you can do it" thing. And I'm like, still making money.
But if you're interested in wanting to get the Petro diet, you could follow me on my Instagram at Silverback Seth and just shoot me a DM if you guys are interested in that.
Yeah, want to eat some nuts.
And then go to the jungle, too.
Eat some nuts.
Because we were being interested.
Nuts and butts. Eat some nuts, eat some butts. That's how you get lean.
Some nuts and quinoa.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's the next song we're playing.
So,
and it just rolled through, and then we all started going, "Ooh, hooga booga! All right, let's get great." That's the
we should have that in the background as we talk.
That's the Woolly Bushmen. They're local too. Love those guys.
So I found my new long con with my sons, and it's my new favorite one.
Why not just? Why not just love them? Why
why
fuck with them, man?
Well, because
they're so sweet.
It'll be good for them to
see. Now Maisie's not naturally sweet.
Yeah, okay.
So fuck with her.
Okay, yeah.
But the two that are sweet,
yeah, they're too sweet though. I need to.
They are too sweet.
Though I need to teach them that the world is full of liars and con artists, and never to trust anyone. That's what I'm
that's
trying.
amazing things. That's amazing.
That's my lifestyle.
Maisie doesn't trust. Maisie is certainly more like Sam.
Yeah.
My boys they'll get in the van if you offer them.
I know.
They love.
They
candy.
come over here. I could be holding anything and be like, "It's candy." It could be a piece of shit. They'd be like,
yeah. They'll go
but eat
anywhere.
it slow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So my new con
sweet,
is
untouched boys.
I have a little skin tag underneath my right armpit, and I'll show it to you guys.
No, I don't want to see it.
So it's this is little.
That's skin cancer, bro.
This little tiny.
God damn, that's your.
I got one too.
That's a
Do not
fucking-
pull on it.
There's like
Blood flow to that thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's an armpit
It's a
clip.
Siamese twin.
God damn, thing looks bigger than my dick.
Is it like that?
Oh, God.
It's flat.
Yeah.
Oh, your skin brother, your tag brother.
You're
Tag bros.
Oh my God, you're the insane tag brothers. Does anybody remember the insane cock brothers? I know you do. It was two black guys that wore luchador masks and had enormous cocks, and they called themselves the insane cock brothers. And they had the fake cocks where they'd fuck the girl with the fake cock, and then they'd start spraying gallons of milk from their cock everywhere. Awesome. And Tom and I would watch that instead of working for the Monsters.
Yeah. So
why is it so dark? I think that's cancer.
Yeah,
it
it
shouldn't
could be
dark.
something.
It's jet black. It looks
It's
like
one of my assholes with the black like that. I have a big
You have a
one on
skin
my-
tag on your asshole?
Oh yeah, it dangles.
That's not a
It
skin
dangles
tag.
like a fishing lure.
So I got this.
Oh my
Mine's
God.
mine's like a tanuki tail. I'm like Mario. If I wiggle it, I can fly through the levels.
Tail grabs.
Yeah.
What in the hell is going
No,
on?
I don't have any of that, but I certainly don't have any fucking skin tags.
Yeah. So
Gross.
it's gross. And
Why don't you get it removed?
Just gotta shave it off, bro.
I could easily.
You got to put a rubber band around it, but one of those rubber bands that kids use for their braces.
Tiny.
Tiny. You can put that around it, and then it'll turn black, and then one day when you're like taking a shower, it'll fall off and then go right down the drain.
Crystal offered to clip it with a nail clipper.
That'll give you cancer. That's why I haven't taken mine
You
off
gotta
because I heard that
sterilize
gives you
it.
cancer.
It's fine.
Let Max do it. He already clipped his lips off.
So anyway, the boys found it one day. This happened like.
Why do you let your sons just? Your sons are touching all over
Rubbing
your
your
body.
nipples.
Yeah.
Well,
Your
Tommy
body is a wonderland.
Yeah, you guys just explore each other's crevices. Like I barely get a hug, motherfucker.
I was like,
I need love.
I was watching TV on the couch with the boys, and I had my shirt off. When I get home now, the shirt is stifling. I'm like, I have to get it, so I just go shirtless on all
I
times in my
fully
house.
sleep naked now. Fully sleep naked now.
That's the best.
And when I pee, but then as I'm walking back, my prostate's still a little. It's it's got a lot of miles on it, and I need to trade in the lease, and it'll squirt the pee right into the bed sheets. The last squirt.
If you got bamboo bed sheets.
By the way, being shirtless is either a not fat or a full fat game. In between, not so good.
You're either healthy or you're Mike Busey's friend Big LA with that your Mongo gut where you just can't find a shirt.
When you're in between, it's just like, not as good. Anyway, so I was sitting on the couch, and then Tommy's like,
twiddling
my
armpit.
nips, like he tends to do, because he just like
They have a very weird relationship.
They really do.
he's sitting there and it's like unconsciously goes to my nips and is like,
You slap his hand away.
Yeah.
Does he do that with like Crystal too? Like, is he like
Tries.
he honks her,
Honks.
honks her giant boobs.
He grabs her by the pussy.
You gotta cut that shit out.
Well, she yells at, she's like, "Don't do that," or whatever. Like he thinks it's funny now. It's like a game. But anyway,
there's a lot of things.
No boundaries.
So
like he's gonna be
he
a
found the
fun
skin
teenager.
tag. Like he moved over, and then he's like, "What's that?" And then I'm like, "That's my daddy's skin tag," and he starts playing with it.
Ew!
Dude, this is the
Get your kids some fucking hobbies.
Yeah, this is like.
So then
I don't get uncomfortable, but having your son twiddle your skin tag is fucking.
I'm gonna
dude, that's
vomit.
out there. That is fucking out there. I almost
So,
feel like I
I'll
should
get
cut
worse.
this out of the show.
They're not allowed in my gym. Man.
If you tell me he licks your skin tag, I'm walking off the show.
But,
come on.
So I came up with this,
I'll come
and then I was
right
like,
with you.
I was like, "Oh, that's it. That's I'm going to come up with a new
Okay.
long con." So
Okay, now you got me because
So-
the gutter.
Yeah.
Explain the old for newer listeners
Okay.
that we don't
That
have
was
a
a simple
ton.
one.
Our listeners are our listeners, but hey, if you're new and maybe you missed the show, Tom's a fan of these things called long cons, and the one that you did was pressure washer.
Yeah,
the wand,
the pressure washer wand. Since they were like 2 years old, for whatever reason, they started calling it a gutter.
They probably just heard you saying you were using it to clean the gutters.
something, yeah.
They heard you say gutter. They thought it was gutter, and then
And then we just stuck, and so now we just call the pressure washer wand a gutter, and then they call it a gutter full, and they now are like at 5 and 6 fully. They're just
Full
like,
gutter.
Yeah,
Oh,
like hey, you got the gutter. Like that's what it's called to
My
them.
God, so you're teaching them wrong things
Yeah.
for life.
Well,
Yeah.
but they'll find it out. It's just
To Tom, it's funny.
yeah, because
it's the long con.
To miseducate your
I
children.
mean, I can't say that. I've taught one student intentionally wrong every single week since he started, just to see what happens.
Now, see, that's chopping mentality.
Chop,
Chop, chop, chop, chop, chop, chop.
No, I do like.
I see the chop in you now.
When someone goes to mug him, he's gonna be like, "Wait a minute, I gotta take my pants off." What did you learn? He starts
doing these things.
He's like, position one. He's like,
He's like, by the power of Petrozelli, and the person just kills him.
Oh my God.
He's like,
and real
they told me
quick,
it'd work.
real quick before we get to the new long con, I just want to read people's reactions from the Twitch chat room about you talking about your son
okay,
twiddling
I
the
know.
skin tag. We've got gross. What the absolute fuck, Tom? Shake my head. What the fuck? Cut that shit out.
come
Christ
on.
Almighty. Good Lord. Holy shit.
Christ Almighty.
I know you. Everybody in the Twitch chat room. Yeah, you're all animals. Yeah, I hang out with you guys all the time, especially Norm.
They might be animals, but I feel
I don't know that you've
confident.
ever met Norm.
I feel confident that none of them let their children twiddle their armpit
Skin tag.
Yeah.
So anyway, it dawned on me. I was like, I got it. I got the new long con. So then they're like, "What's this, Daddy?" I'm like, that is Taggy.
You called it tag.
And I'm like, all dads grow taggies in their armpits because when you boys turn 10 years old, we do the ceremony. And then they're like, what? What ceremony? I'm like, well, it's...
You gotta suck taggy.
Every young boy...
Oh my God.
You gotta suck on taggy.
No. I'm like, every young boy at the age of 10 to prove their manhood, it's a full ceremony. All the friends and family are going to be there. I'm telling them this seriously. And then they're like intently listening.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, everybody will come, Mimi and Gigi and the whole family.
Wow.
And everybody has to dress up. You have to put on a tuxedo. And then you have to bite Taggy off in front of everybody to prove that you're a man now.
These boys are as good as gone.
And they're like, what? And then I'm like, yeah, you just...
That's fucked, man.
Every son has to bite their dad's
Now,
skin tag off
if
at the
we're-
age of 10.
Let's go ahead with this lore, and let's say that
Tom Van.
you play
That's
along.
so fucked up, dude. I don't even have a reaction for
I
that.
told them
You
3
play
or 4
along
of
until
them.
Tommy's 10, and he bites it off. Well, what's left for Max to
You
bite
gotta
off?
grow it back.
Well,
Yeah, you
but
gotta get another one.
I assume by the time they get
Oh, you'll
to
have
that
more.
age,
Yeah, yeah.
not that I have more, just that they'll figure it out.
I mean,
by then.
I honestly-
I just want them to believe it as long as possible until they tell their friends. They're like, "Are you gonna have to bite your dad's skin?" They're gonna be like, "What?"
I honestly,
and then they get ultimate satisfaction.
Then you'll have CPS coming to your store.
I
your store,
honestly
to
hope
your
in
house.
13 years you're laying in bed.
Yeah.
and you feel something, and you look down, and it's an 18-year-old Tommy biting your skin tag off, and it'll serve you fucking right.
I can see where you're going with it if you tried to teach them some sort of life lesson in the end. Like my dad, like I have a similar thing.
life lesson.
I watched when I was a little tiny kid, barely first memories. Watching as a Young and Restless or whatever those soap operas were at the beginning, and somebody had their face severely burned, like it looked like a charcoal face, and they're screaming. I'm like, what happened? What happened? He's like, that's what happens when you pick your nose too much. I'm like, he's like, yeah, you pick your nose too much, you get scabs and burns all over your face. I'm like, and I remember I stopped picking my nose from that point forward. It was a lie, but it like taught me a lesson.
Yeah, but there's nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
The satisfaction.
Why don't you teach them like?
It's not about teaching them anything.
I don't think
it's about conning them.
I never got any cons, though.
Weird parental advice.
And even my dad, the ones that my dad would do, it was less about the con, and it was more about him just getting at a shitty joke or something. Like he was like, "If you whack off too much, you get hairy hands."
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, "Is that true, Dad?" He's like, "No, it's not. Go jack off." I jack off every night. We're jackers. We're in the Dennis family. We love to jack it.
We were in the pool yesterday, and then I was reinforcing this, and then I got Crystal into it. And then
oh my God, she's on board.
Yeah, she's on board. She loves pranks.
In 13 years, I will bite your wife's tag off. I volunteer.
If I ever see Max's face terrified. Like, no, I'm explaining. I'm like, everybody dressed in tuxedos.
He's the sweetest one, man.
You have to come up on stage, and then you come up, and then you put your teeth, and then you have to. It takes a couple nibbles, and then you have to like tiny teeth it off, and then everybody cheers.
What if they can't get it off and they're just hanging from your armpit?
And while I'm telling
everybody
this,
cheers,
they're terrified.
You're going to wake up in the middle of the night.
I'm going to tell him if I ever see him, I'm telling him that daddy's a liar and he's disgusting and he shouldn't have a skin tag.
They won't believe you. I've already fully indoctrinated them. All you guys are evil.
You know what you need to do? You know what you need to do? We need to get one of our friends that's a makeup artist to make you almost like a longer,
get it bigger,
like a tentacle.
It's growing.
And then you look at him and you go, you wake him up in the middle of the night. You shake him awake, and you're like, boys, it's happening.
And then you got to say, we have to move up the ceremony. You have to do it now.
We have to move the ceremony up. I thought we could wait, 13 years to do this, but I didn't. It's growing rapidly. I need a biter. Who volunteers?
Get your suits on.
And then hopefully Tommy will be like, I'm not scared, Daddy. I'm not scared. I'll do it. I love you.
I'm no child psychologist.
See how funny it is?
No, I'm not a child psychologist, but I'm pretty sure it's child abuse. Pretty sure.
It's borderline for sure.
According to our Twitch chat room, it is child abuse.
No, come on. This is fine.
What are skin tags?
I don't know.
That means you're like you're special needs, right? Like it means what? My God, man, jeez Louise, that is Corona Crazy.
My dad told me we were warlock too because we all have third nipples. We have like a little tiny.
You have a third nipple?
Yeah, but you don't really see it. It's just like a little. I don't even know if I have it anymore. To be honest, like. Yeah, kind of right there.
I've never seen a stomach so flat.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a circle with a dot.
Where's your fupa?
Where's your loose skin?
Yeah, my God! How come you don't have a Dunlap? How come you don't have a pouch over your cock?
You're older than I am. I have
my dad had the same thing.
So loose. Anyway, let's do some news.
Limited
time.
I didn't have time to cut this down. I was going to cut down the intro. So guess what? You get the full deal. Cut it down. Just make it a little smaller.
Chop it down?
Yeah, chop it up. Chop it up a little.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CD is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just won't prove for long you're gonna die. From fighting in the UFC to reading news to you and me, you could say he wears a lot of hats, but we'll just focus on his eyes. So hippo people, get off your hooves and put them together for you know who. As if you narps don't have a clue. It's Seth Petrozelli with your Douche Bro News. It's Seth Petrozelli with your Douche Bro News. Narps.
Now, news today.
Douche Bro News.
Brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. When you go to ABC, just take a social media picture, hashtag TDABC. We're giving away weekly prizes. And if you happen to find some, a delicious whiskey from Sugarworks, if they don't have it, just ask
let
them.
us
They'll
know
get it,
if you do find it there. Let us know that you found it, so other people know. And you can always request ABC. In fact, the people that we talk there say like, "Hey, if there's something that we don't have that you want, we can get it in." And I've seen a lot of listeners hitting up their local ABCs to get some of that delicious Calalisa Creek whiskey from our friends at Sugarworks.
And thehumidor.com, use promo code Tom and Dan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Seth, the first story here. I see you laughing.
No,
So what is
I'm
it?
laughing. Just
Someone
'cause
died.
I'm gonna give you. No.
Okay.
Lots of people died.
He also likes this. He's a big fan of the.
I don't know.
He loves the mummy.
That's just my favorite sound bit. Okay, so new Florida laws went in effect July 2020. Some Florida's newest laws officially went into effect this past Wednesday. I don't know if you guys knew that. There's lots of laws. So what I'll do is I'll just name like some. If you guys want to stop and talk about it, just butt in. So there's lots.
Okay.
So we have Jordan's law that went into effect. This bill is designed to protect children from abuse in the state's welfare system by reducing the workload for caseworkers.
Does that have anything to do with skin tags?
It's all because
I
of
didn't
you.
know. I wasn't aware of Jordan's.
This
law.
man actually told his sons that his skin tag was, quote, his Big Daddy armpit dick.
Well, it's good because it requires caseworkers to receive training for like recognition of
good.
response. Yeah, I know.
Finally, all these untrained caseworkers up to this point, now that they're finally getting training, I got a good feeling about this.
Right?
You like cases and working? We got a job for you. All right?
Just in case you like working.
I agree. It's a pointless law. Okay, move on. Teachers' pay. States sets aside $400 million to raise the minimum base pay for full-time classroom teachers to at least $47.5.
Read that one, but there's some minutia there, and where does the money actually go, and who does it go to, and will they actually see it, and what percentage of teachers, and what area? There's a lot more to it. That one's
It's
a
not
little
cut and dry.
It's not,
Yeah.
but they never
it's
are.
a start, but it's at least a start. It's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah.
And there's another $100 million that will be used to raise the salaries of Florida's veteran teachers and other instructional personnel.
What I heard,
So,
and look,
teachers-
I'm not saying I believe this, and I'm not doing anything politics, but the what I've heard about this particular thing was, that's something that our governor could do in order to hopefully offset negative press that maybe you get because your state is COVID crazy. So then you come out with a law that could potentially put more money in the pockets of teachers, then you're a hero.
You
So
take the heat off you. Yeah. Also, my friends Anders and Lan are teachers, and
see, he nailed it. It just raised the salaries of new teachers.
so
but then there's another $100 million that are used to raise the salaries of the current teachers that people don't talk about. That's in there too.
yeah.
What you got to say about that, motherfucker? Who's that?
I don't know anything about it. I know nothing.
Yeah, they do-
I was
haven't had
talking to
time.
two of them sent on Twitch, not you.
They need to get paid more.
That's the
but
jackal.
No one ever mentions the sweet perk of having the summer off. I know all teachers don't get that, but like my friends, they're like, it's their last name, family, summer vacation time.
Yeah.
And it's like they get 2.5 months or whatever it is of.
You know what's funny though?
Of off. I'm like, well, that's pretty sweet.
You know what's funny is that, like,
promote that more, get better teachers.
If you're a teacher, though, I mean, it varies because my mom was a lifelong educator. 40 years she taught. I don't remember ever her getting, like, there was, of course, summer downtime.
Yeah.
But most of the time, because she was a media specialist or a librarian,
She'd go there for summer.
she would be there working.
Yeah.
You know,
Not
so,
everybody gets it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we never really had that.
But if I was a teacher, I'd definitely
But again, you
be
go
the
in-
one that gets the summer off. Like, that's sweet.
But
Yes.
you go into it knowing what the salary is, what the benefits are, what the perks are, what the
I know. I'm just saying. I mean,
you just get maybe a better quality teacher.
Well,
if
it's
you
hard to
pay
get quality
more.
teach. Yeah.
Yeah,
when
because
you don't
who's
pay
going to
them.
opt to
Right.
get
well,
paid that
guys,
much? You know?
let's think about it now. I mean, again, not to politicize or weaponize anything, but think about how much more dangerous that job got just because of what we're dealing with now.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know,
yeah.
as soon as we send these kids back to school, if we send these kids back to school,
Yeah.
I mean, teachers are, front lines. You might as well be a police officer.
Here's the thing.
Good thought. I want to raise for this is excessive for me being in here. I want to raise for.
Yeah, when I get one,
I'll give you the 100. Just give me the book.
Regardless, like even if you take danger out of it, just the pain in the dick it's going to be dealing with all the. Parents are going to be mad as hell. You're going to try to do stuff like, of course, there's going to be like a case in the school. They're going to have to figure out. Everybody's going to be yelling at each other. Like, think about like when they shut down the bars. Everybody goes crazy yelling. Like, the school year is going to be everybody just yelling at each other, like, yelling at the teachers. They're like, "I'm trying." Like that's when I feel bad. Just cut your teachers a break. Like, it's the first time they're having to deal with this, and it's going to be difficult for everybody. Anyway.
All right, next law is parental consent. Girls under 18 will need a parent's consent before having an abortion. That's kind of a big deal.
I thought that was already a thing, but
a previous law only requires minors to inform a parent or legal guardian of their decision. They don't have to consent to it. They just have to tell them.
Yeah, that
seems weird. How can you prove that they told their parents?
That's exactly what I was going to say. But
well, you probably have to have their parents in there.
Maybe
they're like a medical
well, then they would be
off.
Ew, I don't want to be in there. If Maisie has an abortion, I certainly don't want to be in there.
Yeah. It's
my God. Hopefully I'll be dead by then.
Yeah, it's going a little backwards. Whatever.
If Maisie decides to get an abortion, just abort me at the same time because I don't. No daughter of mine. I'm kidding. I'm trying to make you motherfuckers laugh.
I don't know. I was like,
sounds like
it sounds like I agree. Wait, he's
no,
joking.
I do not. No, I'm very pro-abortion. I'm like ridiculously pro-abortion.
Hey,
I think there should be abortions up to 18 years old. Like you should be able to abort. Like after you have your kid, like you should be able to.
That's murder.
Yeah, well,
okay. We have found out that you and Tom are fucking psychos. You are stupid. You're awesome. And I'm crazy. I mean, nothing is good here except for quite possibly Sam. You need to run for the hills because the guys on the show are just lost fucking causes.
What else we got?
Another one, Holocaust education, which is kind of interesting that they do this. The bill standardizes how Holocaust education is to be taught in Florida public schools by adding policy, definition, examples, and prevention of anti-Semitism. Is anti-Semitism still really a thing?
Yes.
Oh my God! Are you crazy?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you're right.
I never experienced that in my life. Like 4 years on Earth, I just never experienced.
You're not Jewish.
I have lots of Jewish friends, and I've never heard a Jewish Jewish joke.
Ask
Like
your Jewish friends.
You're not hanging out like the right, real.
We're too lowbrow to that.
No, not too lowbrow. But I'm saying like there's the dodo extreme racist. People
my hometown
still believe.
I heard a lot
crazy dumb shit.
One of my better friends was, I talk about my buddy Dave in L.A. His next door neighbor, and I won't say their name, but was a doctor and a Jewish family, and they were awesome. When we'd go over there and hang out, and they had a party house too. Mm-hmm. They were the house that would always hire our band to play their parties, right? So we'd go there and play. But yeah, a lot of negativity.
There's straight up neo-Nazis in the streets right now.
Yeah, a lot of bad shit.
Yeah, on both sides, but it's just not like, I don't know. I guess I just never saw it or experienced it, so maybe that's just my own personal.
Well, yeah, and what we've learned from doing the show in the last 10 years is just because you didn't experience it doesn't mean it's
not
of
course, and I understand that.
But yeah, I saw a lot of it in a smaller, a little more. How do I even say that? Like just small town? Is that a nicer way to say that?
Yeah.
I saw more of it.
Podunk town.
Yeah, it's not Podunk. It's a beautiful town. I love that town, but some of their ideologies and the way that they speak to people, not cool.
Gotcha.
Not cool.
I'll do one more, then I'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Emotional support animals.
Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah. The legislation aims to crack down on the abuse of emotional support animal certifications. It allows housing providers to prohibit use in situations where the animal poses a direct threat to the safety, health, or property of others.
Yeah, so basically they're making
needed to happen.
You can't go online and just get some bullshit little vest for $13 and just take your chihuahua wherever you want to go.
I mean, like in a very simple, when Andrea was still working at IKEA before, this is couple of many jobs ago, but one of her biggest pet peeves as an upper level manager in their retail departments was the fact that people would continuously, once a day, not once a week, once a day, someone would bring in their emotional support animal that's not a true emotional support animal. And it would shit and piss all over the fucking store. And then it was...
She worked over at Millennia, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the only
people at
IKEA around
Millennia
here. Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. And Andrea would
rich
come
lady
home...
with their Yorkie.
Yeah.
It's shaking, by the way, because it's terrified of being in public shitting
It's
everywhere.
abuse. It's fucking animal abuse.
What I don't like is when they bring them in the loud ass bars and they're holding a tiny dog, bass pumping. That pisses me off.
I've seen them in dance clubs.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's
That I hate.
insane to me,
That I
dude. You're fucking killing that
But
dog.
my gym is very dog friendly. We have dogs in the back and stuff like that running around all the time when people are training and stuff. So we're dog friendly.
But
I get it.
Look how long it takes to change something, which is a good thing and simultaneously a bad thing because it got so ridiculous that the airports were building little like dog areas for everybody's dog with a fire hydrant and like a dog like washing station and stuff that they converted like some janitor's closet. Like you see them all over Atlanta airport and like even OIA I think has one because there were so many people traveling with their dogs and their bullshit support animal vests that they got for $13 online that weren't support animals. They just didn't want to put their dog into the storage or whatever. They wanted to fly with their dog on their lap.
I mean, I don't want my dog flying under a plane. That's the first thing they dump if something goes wrong.
All right, well, it's just like that's the rules of.
It's horrible.
Yeah, right.
And here's the thing: I bet you it would even be better if the people paid for an extra seat for their dog. It would be less like a narcissistic.
I'm okay with that.
But they would fly. The people are allergic to dogs and stuff, and you have this. Petrified Bichon Frise that's shitting on the floor. It's like, what is this helping you?
Well, Andrea brought up good points too. Like she was like, when this happens, because it's waste, in the department, it wasn't like she could you have to it's protocol, right? You're a big company. Slip and fall. It's the hazardous. You don't know where the dog's been. There's their disease. So she'd have to put out the things, and then the cleaning crew would have to come with the mops and the disinfectant. Yeah. And she was like, it would shut down.
That sucks to have one of those businesses because I don't do that.
It's funny that we're so surprised when someone does something. We're like, you're being a narcissist. Like you're bringing this dog into stores on the airplane or whatever, and then it's not like, okay, maybe in like some excuse in the back of your mind, you're like, well, it makes me feel better having Fluffy on my lap while I fly. But all right, well, everybody's kind of nervous flying, so they all deal with it.
Well, who's the most nervous flyer?
And now you're fucking with other people.
Oh, me for sure. Are you kidding me?
Well, I would say me that Tom knows. Well, we've flown together. Here's a pro tip. If you want to fly and you're extremely nervous, because I know there are people even now that are more nervous to fly than even I am. So here's what I would say. A dog is not going to help you, but beer and Xanax absolutely will. It will.
Yeah.
Like holding Caesar would.
It doesn't make me better.
Well, holding Caesar would literally just be abuse to Caesar.
Yeah, I'd be squeezing my dog way too hard and hurt him. Because I squeeze onto the seat.
Don't squeeze that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would never bring him on.
Precious little boy. Leave him alone.
I squeeze the seat in front of me.
So this will eventually stop happening.
Man, I think he is worse than I am.
Dude, ask any of my friends what happens to me.
And this has been
Let's ask Felicia.
I have had.
You beat her up last time.
I beat her fucking. She's already a concussion. And I gave her another one on the
What an asshole.
flight home.
It's amazing you have friends, girlfriends.
Is she healed up now, Felicia?
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah,
all good. Okay, next
story.
I'll move us along.
Next story.
We talked a little bit about this last time I was on, I think. Walmart is transforming 160 of its parking lots into drive-in theaters.
Yeah, I saw that.
Two of the most classic pieces of Americana are coming together this summer. Drive-in theaters and Walmart. Beginning in August, the retailer is converting 160 of its U.S. store parking lots into drive-in movie theaters. As the pandemic...
What?
Yeah.
When did this come out?
This week.
That's kind of cool.
It was yesterday. It just announced. Well, that's when they.
I'll go to the Walmart drive-in theater. I mean, I'm not a big fan of drive-in theaters, but I'll go.
They're partnering with Tribeca Enterprises, who is a Robert De Niro-backed company, to do this.
Tribeca, yeah. Is that part of like the Tribeca Film Festival and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
I think so. Wow.
It only runs through October though, so it's not like a permanent thing, I guess. But it's through.
So they're just trying to do a little almost
summer
like a
thing.
little
something instead of going to movie theaters. You can do this,
like a
instead.
little
Something.
fun thing to do.
I'll
Maybe
pull up on my tampon and just fucking.
yeah, well, it's like a different revenue stream. It's creative. I mean, I can't really shit on this. I like Walmart. I know the rest of the show does not. I like walking around there, but then again, I like weird people watching. I like QVC and weird shit. So I love Walmart. I know you guys all hate it, but
I go. I just I hate
What
it.
movie, are they going to show?
Like the
Or
I think
movies?
I thought it was older films.
They're doing
right?
other stuff too. They're not just doing movies. They're doing like local rock bands. They're doing like
That's
concerts.
cool.
They're doing like
Entertainment, yeah.
all
entertainment
right,
stuff too.
I'm down.
I've never
Look.
been-
There's no entertainment right now. I'm fucking down. I'm starved
So
for
you can
it.
stay in your own personal car.
Special appearances from filmmakers, celebrities, concessions delivered right to the vehicle,
I'm in.
Again, if
and roller skates. I hope.
I understand these people are just looking for something to do, but is this enjoyable? I've never been to a drive-in movie.
Tell me why.
We're gonna have to do the song.
Yeah.
I mean,
Has
he
anybody-
questions everything.
Well,
I have not, but I have always wanted to.
I have a Dan Dennis guarantee, and I don't wing these around like you wing your guarantees, so they still have value. Tommy and Max, the two Tag brothers, would love if their dear daddy, Big Daddy Skin Tag, if he took them to Walmart to watch The Incredibles in the parking lot, and you got to sit in Daddy's Trump truck and watch the movie. Guarantee you they'd like it.
Would
They'd
they?
like- yeah,
because
they would.
Let's break
Because
this
it's
down,
weird. It's
right?
an anomaly. You know,
Okay, so I'm in the parking lot. I'm watching a movie on I imagine probably one of the a big inflatable.
Probably
screens.
inflatable
No,
screen.
I think they're going to do it right. I think it's going to be huge.
I think it's be like scaffolding. kind of-
Yeah, it's
maybe
going to be
a
an
scaffolding.
installation. Yeah, they got Walmart money, man.
So I can't enjoy booze.
Why can't you?
necessarily.
Because you're in your
Why
car.
can't you? Your wife drives. You sit
can
on the
fucking
you
smoke
back
a
in.
joint in the car, man.
You sit on the tailgate and you have a couple White Claws. Your wife drives home.
Oh, you can't hear the movie on the tailgate.
Yeah, you can.
Because, no,
It's
but
the
is it,
speakers.
No,
It's
you're
all
using your
Bluetooth.
stereo system, bro.
Do a Kappa G.
yeah, but
They run it Bluetooth through your own stereo system, or they run it on like channel. You go to 88.5, and boom, there's your audio.
So, but in the drive-in, you're in the car, right? They probably won't want you to be outside of the car.
I'm still
right?
in my car if the tailgate's up, and I'm sitting in the back.
Yeah.
Put the top down.
Also, then you're gonna have to roll down the windows and blast it to hear the audio.
What are you talking
It's
about?
not old school drive-through where
No.
there's speakers outside of your
No.
car.
Dude, I did this
I know,
in
but-
1998, and
but
it
it's
had
on your stereo
something
system.
coming through the stereo.
So
use it
if
in
I'm
a-
sitting in the back of my truck, how am I going to hear it
Turn
if my
your
window
volume up.
in the car, right? So my window's going to have to be down.
Well, you're back
No,
window, maybe.
why would your windows be down?
Where are you sitting?
But I'm in the tailgate of my truck.
Of your truck?
So if you're
Do you have a
sitting on
back
the tailgate
window?
and it's up, you don't have speakers in the back of your car?
in my truck
truck.
bed.
No, not in the truck bed. Like if you're sitting in
back
the
seat.
back. Okay, in the truck, yes.
yeah.
I was thinking like in an SUV or a hatchback. Yeah. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you would have to put
But
your windows
You're going to
down.
be using your.
Unless if you bring your own independent Bluetooth speaker, will
Yeah,
it
you
connect?
can do that.
Maybe?
Yeah. I bet. No, I think it's FM powered.
Oh, gotcha.
It's short receiver, small FM powered.
Maybe your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because back in the day it was FM. It came through the radio.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember watching it a long
Well,
time.
I honestly don't know.
If it went through FM, you get it through your phone and then Bluetooth it to your speaker.
I'm sitting in the Walmart parking lot watching a movie I can watch from home. I may or may not be able to drink. Like you can't drink in a car. Like it's illegal to have an open container in a car and your keys in it. I know that. But
Oops.
Take the keys out.
you can
God,
get.
I do that. I do that all
That's
the
a
time.
gray area.
Yeah.
I mean, I constantly drive around this city with an open.
Yeah. Like so.
No, I don't.
but
I
anyway,
don't.
I know
do that.
you
It's not
can.
funny.
You can still do it if you want. But what I'm saying is, this whole thing sounds like garbage. This hot, stinky garbage.
Yeah, you can
And-
sit at home and tell your kids tall tales about your skin tags.
And
Depends who go- if
then I
they-
gotta piss. I gotta go in the goddamn Corona Walmart to go piss. And then
The P part would say.
No, you go to the eye center. The eye center's only open.
That's why you bring a shaker cup. You pee in a shaker cup.
So I'll be
Yep.
screaming the whole time. I'm like, why aren't we watching this on our TV at home? I can piss and drink as much as
You
I want.
pee in a Gatorade bottle, you stab it with a Benchmade knife, and
Yeah.
you throw it at the convertible.
Horrible. Sounds horrible. Anyway.
This next story intrigued me because I don't know.
Hold on a second. Everything we throw at Tom, weekly we try to throw fun stuff at him, and he all says it's horrible, but the one thing he wants to do, and his sons think is horrible, is ride in his boat and just stare at the ocean, and they hate it.
Well,
so I just think it's funny.
I can make the argument of why that's enjoyable.
No, look, you don't need to with me. Hey. I love it, but I'm just saying that it's funny to me that you give all these crazy things, and you're like, this sounds like garbage, but staring at the ocean is great.
Hey, let's go to Walmart parking lot. The same place I buy my drugs from and my Craigslist deals? Yes, that place. And let's watch Incredibles 1 in our shit car and have to take a piss 5 minutes into it and go into Corona Walmart. All right. This sounds great. Fucking sucks. I'm just saying, if you're at home,
no fun Friday.
And you're like, what are you talking about? That sounds fucking awesome. You're crazy. Like, what
I do like that guy.
What about that sounds awesome?
Hold on.
What about it? Please tell me.
Now, who?
Because you picture it like the movie, like when you watch a movie and you see people go to the drive-ins or whatever.
Yeah, like in the 1950s.
I think my wife,
yeah, the 50s where the girls give
Can you
honestly?
The 1950s sucked, by the way, for a lot of reasons.
Now, you and Andrea have a lot of like things that line up with your logic because you're both very logical. But I have a feeling she would think that this is fun.
It's an experience,
and I almost want to set up a debate, like old school, like debate team style with podiums.
I bet you she'd give you a blowjob there.
What?
If you're alone.
Andrea? Why would my wife be giving Tom a blowjob?
No,
parking lot.
She also doesn't like to give blowjobs.
Put the towel over your head, sons. Mommy's blowing me now.
No, I thought you were talking about my
Walmart
wife.
parking lot.
Oh, his wife.
Tommy and Max, put the towel over your head. My business partner's wife's coming over to give me a blowjob in a Walmart parking lot. This is what Daddy does. I'm Big Daddy Skin Tag.
Don't worry, I just took my Corona pee and now I'm ready.
Oh, hope you washed your pee hole out. Like
no, it's dirty.
Do you wash your pee hole out before a blowjob?
I mean, I make sure I'm in the bathroom for like 30 minutes. I do my spray. I do my spray. I do a bunch of wipes. I
spray.
So you never have like
baby wipe my dick.
random sexual encounters?
No, I do that too. But I mean, when I know when I'm planning on at night, I make sure.
If I pee and I know I want a blowjob, because like I'm drinking I'm trying to drink a lot more water. I go and I pee, and then. And undoubtedly there's going to be a little wet down there. So I take my boxers and I dry my dick and I dry my dick, dry. And I keep squeezing.
I do squeeze like that too.
Squeeze and dry.
But then you're just putting the pee on your boxers that you're wearing still.
Yeah, but you take the boxers off.
Yeah, but that'll dry, and then by the time she goes to suck it, hopefully I've dried everything. And sometimes the last move is I take my pinky right in the D lips.
No.
The people that do this like the Walmart drive-thru movie theater.
Drive-through theater.
Whatever it is.
All right. We got time for one or two more?
Let's do one more.
One more.
Oh, I'll get rid of this one then. Well, some guy became a father at 89. I just thought it was intriguing, and I still have hope to become a father.
Okay.
And he's married with a 40-year-old.
Have you been cream pieing in your girlfriend?
Every day.
Do you want to get
Does
her
she
pregnant?
want kids?
I mean, eventually she does.
I think you can tell me if I'm crossing a line on birth control.
Yeah, she's on birth control.
Okay.
She has the IUD.
Get her off of that.
The IUD.
She's young and she'll snap back.
Yeah.
Fast.
So I think it's time for her to get a new one. I'm just like, just leave that one in. That's fine.
What, the old one? No, I can't leave the old ones and they rust.
That sounds like a good plan.
I think I feel like I've been pushing it up higher and higher every time too.
Oh my god.
Humble brag.
Yeah. I'm not.
I'm joking.
I'm not. I need hers to push me out.
You gotta stick your fingers in there and feel the wires.
Stop that. I have my wife's IUD pushes me out and like, hey, get out of here. You're shaped like a tuna can.
What's the last story?
A man was fined 450 pounds for provocative.
Wait. Oh, okay.
All right.
For provocative fart in front of police officers.
Provocative fart.
Provocative fart. Austrian police were forced to defend the penalty after the Österreich newspaper revealed the man had been punished for offending public decency a couple of days ago. Officers argued that the offender was uncooperative and behaving provocatively with officers leading up to the incident. They wrote on Twitter that the man had been sitting on the park bench before getting up, looking at them, and then letting go of a massive intestinal wind, apparently with full intent.
So he saw cops and then farted super loud.
He blammed
them. Okay. This is the full chopper test.
You could have an aneurysm on the toilet. You never know.
A+ chopper material right here.
Of course, no one is reported for accidentally letting one go. They added, but this man apparently did it on purpose. Just got up and just like provocatively like farted on the cops. I just think that's.
Did he fart in their direction?
Monty Python. I fought in your general direction.
So,
but I just think it's fine. They actually
charge him
500
with?
pounds. That's like what, $1 million?
That's like almost $600.
Yeah.
So they were able to fine him for what? Like indecency? What is that? What would
offending public decency. That's offending public decency.
So that encompasses. I'm sure you could fight that. Who knows the Austrian laws?
Who knows their laws?
Before it was canceled,
it's like a circus over there.
Before it was canceled, because police officers just were killing everybody. That's a joke, not a joke. Live PD, this happened very frequently. In fact, I bet you the cops that we do know, if we talk to them about people they arrest on Live PD, if I'm lying, I'm dying, more than 6 or 7 times they're arresting somebody and they think it's funny to fart on the police while they're handcuffing them. It happens all the time.
All right, this is that thing.
And I bet you if you talk to cops that we know that are out there daily, that I think the cop fart as a or crop dust, whatever you want to fucking call it, I think that's a thing.
Because you can, the person getting arrested thinks, well, I could fart, and
what are they going to do?
Yeah, they can't do anything, and then I'm like inconveniencing them a little bit, and it's not illegal.
You're being an asshole.
That's a chopper move.
It's
right?
a chopper move. Yeah, you're being a dick. Butler's drunk at, he's at Daytona Beach. He's got his shirt off. He's sunburned. He's had too many. Can't find Jen.
Wait a minute. Didn't you tell us?
And then, right,
via
they're going to
text
arrest you. What do you do, Chopper?
That your wife made you leave a grocery store because you were crop dusting everyone?
That's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so.
I love me some Travis,
That's
man.
good.
I think you live a fun life.
I don't know. Chopping life is good.
Your wife made you leave a store because you're farting on people?
Well, I wasn't farting on people. I was just farting a lot, and she knows that she knows that I won't shit in public. So she's like, we're gonna have to leave to go to the bathroom, aren't we? And I was like, yeah, we gotta go. Like,
I tried to do it as loud as possible to get people to notice, like right by my door.
Why?
It got to the point where like
so
I couldn't.
fucking funny. Like it's just going like. She's like getting something out of the aisle. I come around the aisle, and then I see other people in the aisle with her, and I just squeeze hard as I can, just let out a loud fight, and then just walk away. And she doesn't know what to say. She just looks around like, people heard me fart, and then
one of the maddest that Andrea ever.
Why does she stay with you?
One of the most mad.
I got money
that Andrea ever got.
Money in the tuna can. That only
money
gets
in the tuna can.
That only gets them to stay around for a certain period of time. We've seen this before.
Wait a minute, that's our morning show name. Your money on tuna can. It's Money and the Tuna Can mornings.
Yeah. But once it gets
very sweet.
One of the most mad Andrea ever got with me, we used to play these characters. I think we talked about it early on the show. We used to play Susan and Dimitri. It's where Susan came from, the character of Susan. I would be Dimitri, the very abusive Russian husband, and she was Susan, the mild-mannered wife.
Wait, is this some like kinky roleplay thing?
Well, only when we're shopping. I would talk. I'd be like, Susan, I cannot find beef. I'm like yelling at her, and it would just make her laugh. But then I would blam her. I'd like throw one out, a big one, and then people would look at me, and I'd blame it on her. I'd be like, Andrea, I'm sorry. Hemorrhoid surgery. And I'd always say hemorrhoid surgery because supposedly if you have hemorrhoid surgery, when you blammer, you can't control your blams.
No, really?
Yeah. You just blam when you. That's why old people.
I know my new excuse.
That's why old people. You lose the elasticity of your anus when you're old.
Really? Yeah.
And that's why old people are always just slipping out farts. It's not because they want to fart in front of you.
Right.
They've lost the elasticity in their butthole.
Mine's been a lot looser lately, too, to be honest. No joke. Like, I hold it in, but then it just, like, sleeps out.
It's happened to me in front of you
That's
guys
because you
here.
pressed it so hard in the grocery store before that now it's losing elasticity.
I have been using my
Who do you think has the widest asshole in here?
I would go with Sam.
No. Mine's tight. Really, really tight. It hurts when I have big poops.
We just said,
but I
farts.
But that's like the inside. I don't know. It leaks out, but it's so loose. But then the tip of it's like really tight, so it's like wanting to get out, but it doesn't. It's really weird.
Am I the only person that questions whether or not our we have our tech here from Top Shelf Aquatics. Okay, our tech,
He's never coming back.
Thank you. Our tech from Top Shelf Aquatics, Sean, is here, and he's fixing up. He's zhuzhing up the old Tom and Canadian fish tank. But I know he's listening to the conversation we're having, and I'm with Sam. I don't think he'll ever return. He'll never be back. And I like this guy. He's awesome. I love him.
Everyone has these conversations in private. They just don't like to admit it. We just have them in public forum. That's all.
I don't know if they have it in private. Didn't say that. I just
Tom, you just Beetlejuice. You go.
Have this in private. I don't know about that.
You're slowly turning into Beetlejuice.
Carrot. What color is a carrot? Carrot. I don't know about carrot.
Go Google Beetlejuice Howard Stern videos.
Me, Daniel, and Butler, we watch them to warm up in the morning.
I'm not inspired. Like, put on Beetlejuice. They're like, what color is a carrot? He's like,
carrot. Carrot. I don't know about carrot.
It's like we watch this old New York Crow bully disabled people. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just a different time.
Yeah,
2004.
Indeed. Hey, great news. You want to take a break, buddy?
You want to do the shot before we leave?
Yeah. Let's do our shot. Hold on, where is mine?
It's hiding.
Here we go.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you your reverb, buddy, and go for it.
All right. Cheers to scaring moms and picking on Tom, to bye-bye fingers and storms that linger. This 4th of July is fitting for the year, so happy early treason day. Now shotgun your beer. Rock and roll 902 and up.
Okay.
This tastes like soap.
That's because I put soap at the bottom.
It's bubbling like soap as well.
Yeah. Oh.
He just poisoned you.
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do this. The name of the band is Off With Their Heads. This is an acoustic version of Be Good from their brand new Character album. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. Mosquito
Nix.
Wow.
that's how we get paid the big bucks.
All right. That's the end of the commercial?
Yeah, that's all
Are we
do.
doing the 5 second?
Yeah. The 5 is
The
live.
blips. We do
the
5
blips.
live blips.
Yeah. They're worth more than the long ones.
We'll tell Mosquito Nix, look, we'll give you 750 mosquito blips. Fast.
Yeah.
Never. We won't do a long commercial. Nobody likes those. Nobody listens to those anymore.
No.
Mosquitoes suck. You know it. We know it.
Yeah.
Tom, in his constant quest to one-up me in everything that he does, you added to your Mosquito Nix system?
Yeah, they just now came out with Wi-Fi pumps.
You're obsessed with having everything
Dude,
on Wi-Fi.
I have.
You are obsessed with it.
It's weird because being the
way better than I am. I do nothing on Wi-Fi. I don't trust it.
So now Mosquito Nix has an app and the pump is Wi-Fi. So. And basically, what I have a big reservoir and what is that? 100-gallon.
Yeah, they come out, they maintain it. Yeah, it's like a barrel, and then you have these high pressure hoses that go around that have these like really really fine little misting deals kind of installed in them all around sort of the perimeter of your property.
Yeah, exactly. And it's automated, so during peak mosquito hours, which is also 9 p.m. by the way,
and they change
dusk,
too. Yeah.
They go off and keeps my backyard free of mosquitoes. But now with the Wi-Fi system, I can go on my app and say we're on our way home and the kids want to go out in the yard and play on the slip and slide. It's hot outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, the Mosquito Nix automation hasn't gone off yet. I want to rid my backyard of any mosquitoes possible. So I'm going to just hit the button on my app on the way home. It missed my whole backyard, and then when the kids get home, no mosquitoes anywhere. I mean, it works. Like when I'm in my backyard, I'm gardening, working, where it should be. It's dusk. I should be covered, eaten by mosquitoes. Nothing
mosquito free.
It is mosquito.
Now, if
you
you're
got the
old
portable.
school like me, I got the portable, and but still, Mosquito Nix isn't going to leave those of us that have limited room out. I have a remote. Thing is completely remote controlled. It looks like a lantern. You'd never even know what it is. Like you'd never know. It has a can of the Mosquito Nix solution in there. You hit the button, 4 seconds, it missed. All the mosquitoes are gone. My balcony's great.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you're outside, if you like spending time outside, I love it. I love being hot.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we have the Mosquito Nix on the go system on our merch page right now. If you're looking to
when
wear
did you do that? That's a great idea.
Well, I contacted Mosquito Nix and I was like, let's put it on our merch page. It'll when you click to buy, it'll revert to the Mosquito Nix website.
You can try
go
it
over
out.
there.
It's awesome, guys.
But if you're looking for one, and like I said, Daniel's got the portable one, or you want the full house model.
Well, what it really helps with, because like I'm elevated a little bit, and I have a lot of concrete, so I don't get as many mosquitoes as let's say you would, because you have like more wet ground, more
backyard,
trees, But I still get them. But what it really excels at are the smaller flies and wasps.
Oh, yeah,
I do get wasp nests underneath. I have these 2 planters.
It'll repel those too, yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely will repel those. And why do I know that? Because I used to have wasps, knock them down. I spray daily or weekly, and no more wasps.
Yep, go to MosquitoNix.com. Tell them Tom and Dan sent you.
There they are. Sing it, Willie Bushman. That is, I guess I can say, Orlando's own, the Willie Bushman with Twernt No Foolin'. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
Tom.
Samantha, Seth, Butler's in the other room. We've got Sean from Top Shelf Aquatics here.
Yeah.
He's putting some crazy aliens in the tank.
You know, speaking of the Willie Bushman, they played our last beer fest last year.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
We tried to.
Oh, yeah.
What you're thinking of, because
right.
it's the moonshine shot. You're thinking of when we this is the saddest thing. Tom and I judged them in a battle of the bands, and they arguably had the best set, but the guitarists, there was like some sort of sound issue.
The string broke.
Yeah, a string broke, and then like they were not having good luck. But I still rated them high. They were phenomenal. What a great band.
Anyway, it reminded me of live music and something you take for granted because I miss some live music. You know, like there was so much live music before. It's like, oh, you take live music for granted. You're like, oh, another band. But now it's like, we don't have it. And it's like,
I think I probably go to shows more than anybody else here. It's been very depressing.
100%. Yeah, like I mean, like
a lot of concerts got canceled or postponed.
When Andrea was pregnant, we knew that we weren't going to get to do much. So the year that she was pregnant, we probably went to more shows than I've ever been to in my life. We would go to, what's the one downtown that advertised at Touch, Soundbar. We'd go, we'd go to the Beecham. We'd go to House of Blues, to catch, we went and saw Elton John at the Amway. We went and saw Billy Joel, remember, for New Year's.
So
we were just trying to
That was a good concert.
It was amazing, but we knew that as soon as we had a kid, we're like, fuck it, it's not going to happen. So hit as many as you can. But it is weird that, like, there was and you know how people, like, they almost thirst for it. There's this guy in Baldwin. We could probably try to reach out to him and interview him. Over above the CVS in Baldwin, there's a guy that lives in this apartment, and he'll go out, like, when the shutdown, the lockdown actually first started, and we talked about it here, he'd just go out with a PA system and do a live concert. And people were thirsting for music so much that they just, like, all crowd around, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Mount Rushmore. But anyway, I'm just saying, I mean, just come on. Let's all try to be healthy and cool.
Let's do Dump 'em Out.
All right. It is time. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. What? Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. We gotta dump 'em out. Dump 'em out.
Gotta dump 'em out now.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Everybody. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out.
Dump 'em out, Tom.
Yep. Brought to you by Six Flags. If you want to get any mulch, any rocks, any aqua features.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about crack for a second.
Six Flags mulch.
I got fired up.
Sorry. It's
By the way, if you do smoke crack, email me and let me know if you like I think it does. It tastes a little like Polo Cologne with a sprinkling of vanilla.
Six Flags mulch in Longwood.
They do water features. I can do my fountain that I've been wanting.
Yes.
No shit?
No, are you serious?
100% dead
Okay,
serious. I've been wanting to do this forever, and I don't know who to...
Hold on, let's formulate a real plan, because I know...
It can even be a penis fountain.
Oh, I didn't want to...
They don't have that.
I'm joking.
I didn't want they're a real fucking business. I didn't want to bring this up, but it did fall in the chat room.
Oh, no, what?
The turtles, are they okay, Professor Green?
Yeah, because they got away, right? Or something?
Two. No, one died. You guys know that. The other one got away. I literally searched for a week and a half straight. But I went and bought 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you buy that?
What are their names? Where do you buy turtles at?
Petco, right on Colonial. They usually don't have them in stock. Usually you have to go down a little further to the other pet store.
Yeah, I know.
For a guy who doesn't like animal abuse,
I go to I honestly go to Lake Hill and I steal the baby turtles. I'm joking.
Cattle prowl the lake. They just
better
float
than
up and grab 'em.
I got one is what did I name? Koopa is one.
Oh, that's a great name.
Koopa. What did I name the other one? It was a really good name, and I can't remember the name.
Donatello.
Professor Green is still there. He's been there forever. Koopa.
As long as I've known Tom, whenever I know how your mind works. He goes like, "We're talking about turtles, Ninja Turtles. I know their names. Donatello." Why do you always say Donatello? I've known you 20 years. I know how his mind works. It's like, what are we talking about? Turtles, Ninja Turtles. What
Donatello, Mikey Angelo. I know the names.
I'll name the one that I forgot the name of, Donatello. If you want.
Name it Donatello. That's great.
Donatello.
Hey, you're
Donatello.
Donatello.
Let's do some dump them out.
All right, let's do it. Okay,
So what the hell is Beavis the Butthead?
Yeah.
I missed this.
I think this is a perfect segue. It's like Donatello, Beavis the Butthead.
Yeah, well, last night, my sons...
Because all I heard was you talking to your kids. They FaceTimed in, and then I hear Tom go, "You guys just waking up? Are you doing some of that Beavis the Butthead?" And I'm like, oh my God, this motherfucker he's gone.
So last night, Max comes running out of the room with this T-shirt
I got your camera on.
Yeah.
Cornholio.
Yeah, Cornholio. So the old, you take the T-shirt off and then you put it where it's on your head now, kind of like a do-rag, and then only on your arms, and then your entire chest, and then he was running out. And then he was saying, "I'm Beavis the Butthead," and laughing.
How did he even see that?
I think Max.
Awesome.
I'm Beavis the Butthead. I'll make up for it now. Joe Lewis.
Crystal said, because she doesn't know the Cornholio, she's not a true fan like I am. And then
you and I both are true fans, but I will say that you are more the fan than I, because I think you got your first stinger.
No,
at
it was my one and only date I've ever had in my life. I went on a date, which is with a girl who's now my buddy's wife. But we
Did you
went
see her pussy, bro?
No, we went to
Finger
go
blaster.
Suck her titties, bro?
Come on.
Did you catch her Cornholio?
Did you make out with her? Did you bite her skin tag off, bro?
I went on a date with her, and then the wizard went with her friend.
I know the wizard gets it in, because that guy's a stone cold killer.
We saw Beavis and Butthead take over America at the theater.
Take on America?
At a drive-through? And you got your first blowjob
at the Walmart.
I think it was at the Falls.
Did you put your dick through the popcorn?
No.
Okay.
I think we did make out.
And then every time you see her, even now she has kids, and you look at her and you're like,
I finger banged my first girl to movies.
To what?
At a movie theater.
What movie?
Yeah, what movie?
Fuck. This was 90.
The Abyss.
I tried. Look, I'll tell you straight up.
That's an old man.
I told this story.
What was it?
I tried to finger at the Athens in Deland. It's
a hunt for Red October.
Have you been to the Athens?
Yeah.
The Athens in Deland. It's
Was it the Bodyguard?
Oh my God, the Bodyguard.
Whitney Houston's The Bodyguard.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's good. You know what mine was? You know what mine was?
What?
Now, she wasn't, because, we were young, but it was the Hunt for Red October. Yeah, that was mine, for real, at the Athens. And I wanted to finger, but she wouldn't, so I just did over the jeans. And I'm like,
oh, that's not true finger.
Sick of rubbing your zipper. It fucking sucks.
Next up, Smooth Thighs. So Butler is getting a tattoo
He's
after the
covering
show.
him right now.
Why don't you just do the whole thing? You got it's half and half. I just noticed that.
You are literally
That's stupid, dude.
You are
fucking mullet,
almost
bro.
like Butler's going to be more tattooed than I am
Yeah.
soon.
I feel like he told his wife excitingly, like 8 months ago, he's like, "Hey, I got a bullshit job. I'm gonna get full tattoos."
I got a bullshit.
Because I think what held you back before is you actually working for a corporation that make hair if you have a bunch of stupid fucking tattoos in your whole body.
Hey, remember my other job? That was legit. This shit, total bullshit. I'm gonna tat it up, bro.
John, they don't even care.
I just leave
The little one has them all over him.
I leave in the middle of the day.
Watch this. Watch this. Quiet down. Quiet down. Quiet down. Hey Dan, I gotta run an errand. Okay. Okay. Fucking idiot. Fucking midget idiot.
They're gonna break home in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's on the phone.
That's what they do. So he's getting a full thigh tattoo, and he had to shave his Neanderthal thighs, and they're smooth
lot of
as
hair.
a baby's butt. Now I noticed that Seth shaves his
How
thighs
do you
too.
shave?
or
Like-
shave your whole leg.
Like how often? I want to know your shaving regiment.
My upper body and crotchal region once a week.
Okay.
And my lower body every 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks or so.
Does it get itchy? At
I don't
all,
shave
or-
with a razor though. I get it's called a little bullet thing. It's not
Oh,
a
you
bullet.
put a
It's like
vibrating bullet in your
no,
asshole.
It's called what the hell is it called? It's a tiny little shaver, but it gets it really close. So it's like a zzz, it's one of the, so it's
Is
like
it
a
the
zero.
one that has the Peanuts characters?
Peanut. It's a peanut. It's called a
Yeah,
peanut.
and it's got the Peanut characters on it.
No,
it's made by
absolutely not.
Wall. Yeah,
It's
they
made by Wall.
they make a George Schultz
okay.
version.
They made a
of-
version that mine has
Yeah.
like it looks like a zebra on mine.
Charles Schultz, yeah, not George Schultz.
Anyway, upper body.
They make a George Schultz.
But I let this grow out a little bit because doing it that's a lot to do every.
and
single
you
week.
shave your body so people can see the definition of your muscles.
No, it's for training purposes.
No, okay.
Well, okay.
What does training purposes mean?
Because when
you
you're
got too much hair, bro. No training
when
for
you're
you.
wrestling on, when
you kick me with you got some hair in
it's
your leg.
actually me thinking of other people for once. I think getting the pubes and little hairs all over the mats when you wrestle and stuff like that. It's the worst. Like when you have little hairs all over you and you get in your mouth, your eye, when you're grappling. It's the worst.
So-
Do your pubes just fall out?
How many
Yeah.
pubes do you have?
If you've
Also-
ever been on a wrestling mat, you know there's always like tiny little hairs everywhere just from people wrestling in a
Oh, that's what Big Pun says.
So,
Tiny hairs everywhere. You nasty twin.
So-
I don't care.
and I swim a lot.
Y'all don't know that song? I'm not a player. I just crush
Swim a lot? Oh.
I'm not a player. I just swim a lot.
so Butler, how is it with the one shaved thigh? You've been touching it all day.
Can't help but touch it. It's so soft and
Yeah.
nice. Like it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
One time
love
I
it.
buzzed. One time I buzzed like the crease. Okay, your balls hang down, and then in between your legs and balls, there's like a U shape, an upside down U shape.
It's your chode. It's your taint, man.
And no, I'm talking about the sides.
Oh, the side.
right here.
Yeah,
So
where
then,
where yours rub together.
so I take my my shaver and I go between there and I get it down.
Yeah.
And it feels good for the first day, but then when it starts to grow out, it starts to get a little itchier, you know? Like, I don't know if I'm not used to it. I don't know.
You got to keep doing it so it doesn't
Okay.
interact. You just gotta
Okay.
keep doing
You
it.
may have thick follicles.
No,
No?
I don't, but I do have it. I know you have this too. Well, I do have that thing where my ball hair on the bottom turns clear because the amount of times it's rubbed in my underwear is almost like pulled the pigment out of it.
Yeah. It's, I don't know what that is.
You got clear ball hair. It
No,
looks like
mine's black.
fishing line.
I don't know, everything's black everywhere.
on the bottom, like near
On the bottom, you gotta look at the bottom. I'd have to see the bottom of your
I
balls.
squeeze my balls are perfectly shaved.
I
It
found
looks,
it-
like my head just
Oh,
sheer.
do you
Whoa.
bick them?
Oh yeah, I bick my balls.
Oh, I don't bick
That's
my balls.
terrifying.
I bick my balls.
Yeah, I
Under that area you're talking about, I bick that, and I bick the chode area.
Oh, that's
my
gonna
butthole.
itch like
dude.
crazy.
It doesn't really. it
Bick
doesn't
your
itch.
butthole?
Oh, my mom.
Even
How
with
do
your
you
skin
do that?
tag?
I do. I go. I have a.
You squat over a mirror?
I have my little shaving mirror in the shower.
You don't
I have
just nair
stools.
it?
I have a huge shower. I mean, you guys see my shower. So I put the stool. I set my leg on that. I put the mirror down there, and I literally just look all up in my butthole. And
Does your girl
Why don't you
see
some
you do
nair?
this? Has she
She's,
seen you do it?
I don't know if she seen me shave my penis and stuff like that. I don't know if she saw.
I
me
watched
do
my wife
Why
shave
have you
her.
seen that?
How do you shave the balloon knot?
I watched my
I get this
wife.
close. I go over top the balloon knot with the one like.
Yeah.
zzz, and
My
it's-
wife does too. I watched my wife She has a subscription to the razors. I think they're called
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah,
Billy,
I got it too, yeah.
Yeah, Andrea has Billy too. And I watched my wife once. She didn't think I was watching, but I watched her one time because it didn't get too foggy in there. And I watched her shave her butthole.
No, come on.
And
come on.
And I'm like,
I'd be jerking off.
no,
Come on.
I got
Too far.
too far. It just seemed
Top
like,
Shelf was here. He's putting fish in.
no, she does
He's
it
putting
like
that clamfish and it looks like a vagina. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. I was like,
no, but
vagina.
like when you've done it. Hold on a second, guys. Calm down. We're all adults here.
Sorry.
Are we?
I don't know.
I'd
But
say
she's
3.
done it so much, it was as if I was watching Chef Boyardee toss a pizza. It was like she'd done it. It's fast. Like her armpits are like sa 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 asshole sa 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 sa. I'm like too
Once you
fast.
get used to it and your skin is kind of built up
Yeah,
like a nose.
it's like too fast.
It's used to it.
It took me like 5 minutes to shave just my patch on my thigh.
Why?
I don't shave my legs. I've never done it before. I had to go over clippers because I have Neanderthal hair, and then I had to go over it with a bic. And
There's nothing worse than a hairy butthole. I'm sorry. I despise hairy butthole. That's gross. That's like
my wife.
You're gonna hate mine.
Now,
no, not
now,
God.
hold on. My wife's is perfect, but I will say, Andrea's is perfect, but I will say this. I remember probably 2-3 years ago, I remember she missed one, and she must have missed it a couple of sessions because it had some length
It's
on
like
it.
this.
No, come on.
It had some length on it.
Okay.
And when I was back there, I'm pumping away.
Jeez.
It was hard for me not to want to reach down
Exactly.
and grab it like a nose hair and just go,
Come on.
right?
That's how you get bucked off.
No, dude.
I feel
No, you smack her ass as you do
I
it.
didn't say a word, but then afterwards, here's another one. I was pump crazy one night. Pump. This is last week. Pump. Finish. She's like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm still coming. Okay, now you can go. And then I'm like, wait, stop. And then I like, little piece of toilet paper. It was a little piece of toilet paper.
come on.
No.
Stop.
And she goes,
Andrew doesn't want
no. And she looked at me and she goes, that's why you're my husband.
No,
Because
no.
anybody else, if you'd pointed that out earlier, I saw it, would have ruined the mood.
Right.
You pump through the you
Pump through.
pump through the
Yeah.
paper. You got to pump through the paper because we all do
Stop.
it. And then at the last minute, you go "Doink," like a gentleman. You go, take this to the bathroom with you when you're waiting for me to fall out of you.
Come on.
You ever get it in your mouth when you're
What, myself?
All right.
Toilet
no
paper
piece
in
of
your
toilet
mouth?
paper? Yeah.
Ew.
Oh no!
Come, we gotta.
I pushed through it.
we
too.
need.
You gotta flick it away.
No,
No, I pull.
it's too much. Yeah, too far.
Is that too far?
It is. Too,
Everybody's commenting that your hair is now parted to the center. Do you have a butt cut? Why do you have a butt cut?
Bring back the butt cut.
I thought you were gonna bring me some goddamn product.
Oh.
I was
I
straight
can have
from the
your-
can.
You should ask Andrea. She brought the soap. She
I
didn't.
know.
She brought your dick soap.
Yeah.
I know.
Are you gonna soap your dick tonight?
Let's do one more. Dump it out. What do I got here?
Real talk. Because Sean from Top Shelf Aquatics is here, Tom is having a mild breakdown.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like, how many?
I'll never see him again. That's great.
I have to go home tonight when I get home from work and then have some pride in my job. How am I supposed to do that? I look at my son's eyes and be like, I did an
You
honorable
told
day.
him
at
to
work.
You look at your son's eyes and bite your skin tag.
Well, that's a
No,
joke.
that's not any
I
joke.
can't. I have to
It's
sit there. I have to
mind fucking them.
I have to sit there and have dinner with my family and know that I did an honorable thing today.
No, but these are, you know what, like,
That's
but
not
Andrea,
honorable.
I
That's
feel like
garbage.
Andrea's a lot like Sam in the fact that my wife, like, that's a reality of being a human being, right? Like,
come on,
toilet paper. in the
What?
butt?
Toilet paper?
No,
yeah, toilet paper is a reality for people.
No,
That he did an honorable thing.
no.
And
That's
I'm
why- that's why I double
I'll
checked
be
it.
damned if I'm going to let a piece of toilet paper in my wife's ass stop me from pumping.
Come on.
Yeah, but that's why I double
crazy.
checked before.
I'll
you
be
said-
goddamned.
That's why I
Right.
spent.
That ain't happening.
That's why I
Yeah.
spent
I'm
30
too
minutes.
horny for that. Seth, are you agree?
What? No, I don't know, because I feel like I spend 30 minutes prepping before I get ready to do that. If I know I'm about to have sex,
Yeah.
I feel like the other person should do that too.
Okay,
and-
fair enough.
So.
A poising point of view. Oh, that moonshine. Why'd you give us moonshine? This is the second time you've done it, and then Tom and I end up getting like hot. and
Because
then we're
you try to sabotage him with the brownies. He's getting you back.
those brownies are good.
They are
fucking
good.
They're good.
Yeah, I
had
saw
one.
those when I walked in.
I only had one.
Uh huh.
That's all I'm having.
Doesn't matter. If you didn't have that one, that would have been like 150 less calories you'd have to burn today.
Probably more.
What,
A lot of butter, I can
what's the
taste
pea
it.
streams? What do you got there? I'm
Pea
doing dump it
streams.
out. I'm
Pea
moving on.
streams. I don't have any pea streams.
What?
I only have war dreams.
It says the pea streams.
Oh,
is on
pea
the
streams.
list.
We have an email. Hold on. Let me
Oh.
find the email.
Oyster dreams?
Did I? You might have it. It's
Maybe.
from Mike. It's an email. Basically, this gentleman. This is our buddy Michael R., who is, if you're just going back in the Wayback Machine, he's the guy that single-handedly saved the OLE debacle by lighting it correctly.
Let me
No,
see it.
yeah,
Let
yeah.
me check the.
I can. Check.
Wish he would have suggested sound when he was setting up the lights. He's like, the lights are going to look great.
Say, I'm coming at you right now.
You guys got sound?
I'm printing it right now.
Maybe I would have thought about that.
But see, here's the thing: is that Mike? The funny thing is that he probably could have, with a little more time, pulled off both.
I know, yeah.
But we waited.
I think
to
we
the
told him, we're like, the
last
sound is taken
minute.
care of. They said, sound, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a talented guy, so he could have done everything for us, but we didn't do that. He sent us a great email that I found to be very profound.
Okay.
All right, PP Sprinkles. Hi, gang. Women think men have it so easy that they can stand to pee, but they will never know the challenge of when dick lips push together and cause two opposing streams. A sort of Y stream in which your chance of getting it into the toilet less than 50%.
Wow.
This is an atrocity that should be discussed. I guess men have the advantage of shaking it 3 times or less to combat this, but women will never know the struggle. Or do they? Do they ever encounter the YP?
Okay, you ready? True story. I'll start. I've been taking a new vitamin. And it takes 4 pills in the morning. It's a bigger one, but like it's a better company, better vitamin. Taking them, but like with most vitamins, because they have they make you pee yellow, right? Took it. Missed a day, and then at the I came home and I want to say 3 p.m. So it wasn't so late, and I was like, I didn't want to miss a day, so I was like, I just still want to I want to be consistent.
Yeah, consistent.
Took my vitamins. I've been pounding the water. Needed to go to bed. Want to get that last pee out. Went to pee. Y stream. Wife had just newly stacked a pyramid of toilet paper to the left of the toilet.
Piss all over it.
I went to pee. I'm peeing. Y stream happens. To the left, the pee is just bright neon yellow, and I neon pissed 6 rolls of toilet paper.
Not a YP story, but very similar to this. So we always have the toilet seat up at night, so I can get up in the night and pee whatever. Toilet seat was down randomly the other night. I just started peeing, splatter everywhere. It was just pissing. It was just like hitting the shower, the wall, the mirror, everywhere. It was all on my legs, and it took me like a second.
All over my legs.
Well, I figured out what the fuck was going on.
Was it a fire hose going nuts?
Yeah, I had to piss really bad, and I was like peeing, and it was just hitting the lid of the toilet, not like the seat, but the lid. So
You didn't check?
Were your eyes closed?
Well, yeah, no, it was like I don't turn on the light in the bathroom because it's considerate.
You know what the show's becoming?
Sit down.
The show's becoming throw a topic out and wait for Travis to tell a story. That's what it's becoming.
Oh, it was horrible.
That's why you sit down in the middle of the night when you can't see.
I usually do, and I didn't do it, and then I spent the next 30
You
minutes.
got a little Sopranos on him. I usually do. Hey, paisa.
Gabagoo.
Hey, Stuga.
All right, let's get out of here.
I think
Tom's out of
Get out of here.
Stuga's basically my balls, right?
Oh, no, I thought you said stunad.
Oh,
I got called that a lot of times.
What is that?
Fucking stunad. The stupid idiot.
I still ask. I looked that up. It
Did
used
your
to be
Italian grandma call you that?
My dad's. My mom and my dad.
Your grandma used to get mad when you'd shit in her pool, right?
That was my other side grandma. She just gave me the worst look. I remember I had that image of her face of the snarled up,
We should do a T-shirt with just your grandma.
just mad as hell floating in the pool because she had to like scoop it up. Fucking gross.
All right, plug some stuff. We'll get out of here.
All right.
God, I laughed a lot today.
New merch on the website. Go to tomanddan.com. Of course, we got some new sponsors. We love it when you guys support them, and maybe put up a social media post about how you use their sponsors. We use all those to show our sponsors,
We do.
hey, they're using you, and that helps us. So thank you very much for that. Seth, do you want to talk about your gym?
Yes, jungleorlando.com if you guys want information on that. We're still doing all the safety protocols that everyone's doing. Hand washing.
Just power through.
Hand washing, temperature checks, all that stuff. More traditional stuff. If you want my karate, yeah, just follow me on Instagram at SilverbackSF. DM me for that, and also my diet. And I do want to give a shout out to one of the BDMs, Zach. He will be getting me my hot sauce very soon.
Operation Hot Sauce is the go.
So
Can we talk about this a little bit? All right.
So
We'll end with this.
Offered you hot sauce, the one that you like. What is this hot sauce now?
It's just really good. It's like imitation. What the hell the one with the cock on it?
Excuse me?
It's like sriracha. But
Sriracha. It's like
no, and they're not all the same. He's right. I mean,
it has a dragon on it, not a cock.
All right, so
it's the one from. Is it Trader Joe's or
no? Not Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has something else on it.
But they have a dragon on theirs as well.
Isn't that one on Facebook called like?
It's
Truffle?
the one that they do not have it anywhere. They had
That's called Truff.
They had it at the store that closed here. The only place is this place up north that he's going to send it to me from.
Okay, so he's going to send you a bunch of this hot sauce, and in exchange
for a blowjob.
What did he ask for now?
Yeah, he wants me. I hope I'm not ruining a surprise for his wife.
Well, wait a minute. If she's a listener,
pic.
then this could end the.
Yeah, she might be a listener.
Don't talk about it then.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just have to do something sexy.
When do you have to do? Oh yeah, do you have to do something spicy?
So
Well, he hasn't wrote me back. I asked when the birthday was, and he hasn't wrote me back. Yet.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You're gonna send his wife something sexy? That- he's a
I'm only
cuck.
doing what I'm asked.
Wait a minute. Is this Zach from Ohio?
I don't know.
Is he from
Wait
Ohio?
a minute. Because she likes. Oh, she's spicy, and he's spicy, and you're spicy.
He's got a lightning bolt on his dick.
Yeah, he has a big dick too.
So this Seth,
It is.
Wow.
Good for you, Zach.
so
Sam knows her lightning bolt dick.
So we did talk to Seth. He told us this during the break, and we did mention that if you started an OnlyFans page, you might be able to make some money.
Yeah, you'd make a lot of money.
with your physique, and then
I
your
just don't
tuna
say-
can.
Maybe I'm just being coy.
Like,
Which I'm not usually, but I am with that. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, I think I'd
I just
pay-
think there's so many better looking guys out there where people would pay money for. Why
There's
would I
worse
make
looking guys out there that are making money.
Yeah.
Correct. I would pay you $100 right
thanks.
now to lay your cock in a hard taco shell,
Yes.
and then look at it and go, and then just all you have to do is it's Taco Tuesday. And then, for my mom. And then,
Wait, what?
yeah, she needs it too, man. I mean, like, just because she's older doesn't mean that she doesn't like good-looking men.
There's people that make money. Like if you can make a couple.
I guess I just don't know how
to.
to. I just didn't feel like learning a whole nother like how to use it, how to do it. And
It's just
I don't know.
How about this? I'll give you guys do it all for me. I'll give you 20%.
I'm in.
Well, all you do is have to sign up for
income.
OnlyFans.
I'm sure your girlfriend probably knows.
How does OnlyFans
No,
work?
I tried to get her to do it with her
Well, I'm not
feet.
saying make her do it,
She
but
doesn't want to- she doesn't want to do it.
Do you guys? Does anybody know how OnlyFans works?
You can sign up
And
through
like a
Google.
normal-
or
I know she's
Twitter,
a normal
you
person.
can,
She's
yeah.
sweet and doesn't want to do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, come on.
So-
I'm like, you can make tons of money with those feet.
This poor woman.
Okay, so if you sign up for OnlyFans, then you get an account,
Correct.
and then so other people can go to your OnlyFans account and then
Correct.
subscribe.
Right.
Yes.
And then do you set the subscription rate?
Yeah, you set
yeah,
the-
you
I
do,
know
and they
that.
take a cut. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you can set it for whatever you want,
Correct.
and then you just promote it. Be like, hey, join my
we have some
OnlyFans.
BDMs that are on there.
Yeah. And then that it's like that. Someone in sports media or something like some reporter did it and started making like $65,000 a month.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
Or is
yeah,
that like
yeah.
Adult. I don't know. Yeah, but a lot of people.
Well, no, she
good-looking girls.
She'd been both, and she'd been dabbling between like sports and then like adult stuff, and then she was like, "I can make what?
$65,000 or $30,000 a month or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
it
jerk
was-
off on camera for $30,000.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Not so much of a demand for the dudes. Turns
That's
out.
just it.
Yeah,
I
but I know
didn't
there
do-
is
I didn't-
because gay dudes.
Yeah.
That's just it. I'll be all down to do whatever for a gay dude. I'm down.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What would
Simon
you-
Rex did it.
What would you do?
Yeah, Simon
because-
Rex. I mean, the guy MTV. He's also Dirt Nasty, the rapper Dirt Nasty. That's Simon Rex. He was a male model, and he would do jerk off videos. It wasn't like he was having gay sex, but he would do just masturbation videos and then
Yeah.
put them out and make money doing it.
Well, so on your OnlyFans, is there something like a paragraph or something that you can put on the front of your page that tells your subscribers what you're going to give them?
Yeah. You detail the different, like, sign up for you get this.
So that would be what would you give your subscribers if you set
Naked
up
karate.
Yeah, like
I
how
do
often?
not disrespect karate like that.
No,
that's the only thing.
that's fair.
That's the
That's
one
fair.
the one thing I'm.
I know from the
That's
email.
fair. Yeah.
I drove that for our 10-year anniversary. I downplay. I was like,
he
why don't
knew.
you
He
come
goes,
do
I
some
think I pissed Seth off.
Why
And
don't
I'm
you
like,
come
don't
chop
piss.
something, do some karate? I'd belittle it. Oh, God. What you
Oh,
offended?
no.
Yeah. This long serious. He's like, that's the only thing I take serious. And I'm like,
Calm
You
down, bro.
disrespect karate, bro.
believe me, I laugh Reddit to my wife. that made me want to bully you more, by the way.
Yeah, I don't. If they're willing to pay for it, I'm willing to do it. I don't care. I'm open. I don't care. Whatever.
Would
Set
you
something up? I'd be interested. How much money could you make?
Would you stick would you stick
Something at my butt's gonna be rough.
would you stick a butt plug in, like a small one?
So, like,
yeah.
All right, then game on. You're gonna make a lot of money.
you get 300 subscribers at $10 a month. I mean, you're making 40 G's a year.
Yeah.
And that doesn't
Passive
seem-
income, extra income.
I feel like you can get.
And you're going to jerk off anyway, so you might as well.
Yeah.
You can get a couple hundred subscribers, no
True.
problem.
But
That's
when
the
I jerk
smartest
off,
thing
I
ever.
have to have porn playing. Like, I don't know how I do. I guess I can set my
just
laptop
mute
up.
it. Just mute it. And then you sit there.
I can't just. Can you masturbate with nothing in front of you?
I can, yeah.
See, I can't do that.
I could just think
I'm so
about something
jaded.
to
I
jerk
need
off.
some sick
But
shit.
lately,
dude.
I'm on. I have my
What are you into, Seth?
depending on when I take my medication, it's hard.
Oh,
yeah.
what, really?
Or it's not hard.
Well, no, it's hard, but I can't finish, and I'm just in there and pulling it
Yeah.
hard.
All right.
That hurts.
So,
Get the hell out of here.
Samantha.
Hey, did you want to bring in Sean from Top Shelf?
No, he did not.
He
No, he
listened
did
to
not.
all this. He's like, I don't want to be anywhere near
He's
you.
At this point, he's not.
I am never coming back.
At this point, he's not even getting the fish used to the water anymore. He's like slicing them open, dumping them in. He's like, he's getting the
He's
fuck
like,
out of
I
here.
have to kill you, so you're not exposed to tiny stabbing all the fish. He's like, you're better off dead.
I just saw him dump an entire gallon of bleach into the fish tank.
Don't say that.
I'm joking.
All day to listen to this. Semantics.
Yes.
Doing a show tonight, tomorrow?
We are. We're recording tonight with our buddy Paul, as you know, Smooth Nipples.
Oh, Smooth Nipples.
And our buddy Jesse, who does a podcast that's about fantasy football called Fourth and Dirty.
I wonder
cool.
if why your sons are addicted to your nipples and your wife's nipples. You're sort of addicted to nipples. You've always talked about them.
I'm not.
You talk about your own. You talk
I
about
know.
smooth nipples.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's age or the fact that I lost weight or whatever, but I'm getting a hairy chest now.
Yeah.
So is my husband.
And I don't know what it is. It may be my testosterone gone up when I lost,
And you're working out.
My testosterone going up. I got me
when you
one
do
of
that.
them there.
I've
Never.
Maybe it's because you lost weight and it actually could break through the barrier and get fat now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
Sure, that's not how science works.
just a disgusting piece of shit.
Anyway,
You all have a little Neanderthal in you.
Yeah, we do.
all right, we're getting out of here. Anything else?
Everyone be careful for the 4th of July. Go to Pirate Spot before they run out of fireworks. Also, we will be off on Monday.
Yes.
But we already pre-recorded the OG and EDM show,
Yeah.
so you got shows.
We'll have new shows. Also, we have an hour of ACT because we hate not working for whatever reason.
I still don't understand why we do it, but we do that.
Yeah.
On behalf of all of us here at A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan and T&D Media, we love you guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
And as Tom always says, on the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Stay safe out there, everyone.
All right.
Wear a mask.
Wait a minute, I can't publish that. It's mediocre.